once more, and they begin to running down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, in 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans. Fired our guns and the British kept it coming. There wasn't quite as many as there was a while ago. Fired once more and they began to run down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, what a surprise! We didn't. YouTube didn't send out notifications? No, that's impossible. YouTube doesn't fuck up like that. Of course, whenever we post a video, start a live stream or anything, YouTube is right there sending out the notifications. It's got to be something else. This is so fucking messed up. I can't stand it anymore. Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. No, wait a second. Okay, now we got 41 watching. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Hold on, guys, because as you can see, I'm seeing no comments. So I assume that meant that they hadn't sent out notifications. But now I see you guys are in here watching, so as you can tell, I can't see anything. Let me get the channel up on my phone, see what's going on. Maybe it signed me out of my account again. Hold on. All right, let me see. Oh, live streaming on YouTube. Yep. Okay, hold on, guys. I see that you got comments because I can see them on my phone. Let me see if I can get them on here. Unfucking believable. Just constant with this shit. Yep, there it is. Okay, got him again. Probably just signing me out of my account again because, you know, why would I need to be signed into my account? Thanks, QWERTY. I didn't. You know what? I don't think I missed any super chats while I couldn't see them. And then we'll get started with our conversation here. Hold on, guys. I'm going to open up another browser window. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss anything. And I'll have it open in case it's going to keep doing this so I can always tell for sure that I don't want anybody to pay for a super chat and then end up not even having me see it. Okay, so the only one that came in is QWERTY's. Okay. Very good, very good. All right. Now, Jacob, I am high. Come on, no way. Really? Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes, thanks for reminding me about putting it back on live chat. Don't you guys like that, too? How YouTube defaults top chat instead of live chat? Because that makes sense, right? You would, rather than leaving all the comments up there by default and allowing us, go fuck yourself, Train, to let YouTube censor them if we want. They just figure they know better than us. My favorite hero in all of fiction, Professor Rex? Holy shit. I'd really have to sit down and think about that. You gotta remember, I got 56 years of lifetime put in of a lot of great fictional characters. I will say this. I don't know that I can give you one. It would be surprisingly someone modern and not someone older. Probably somebody from anime, given how much I enjoy them. I'd really have to think about it, though. If YouTube dubbed anime, they'd be for kids. That's 100% right, BTG, or worse. If it's possible to be worse than for kids, I have faith that YouTube is the type that could find a way. I wish I was high in the sky, Volchan says. The world is knowing painting is for sure, Jaquan. Now, I couldn't wait to do this live stream today because I want to get you guys' impressions of that. Now, as you know, I watched several days in advance. Now, what was the episode number today? 165, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, and you guys had told me that 165 is where. Hold on, am I still? Is this thing really going to keep stopping? Updating my... It is. Hold on, I gotta refresh again. It's freezing on the... What the fuck is this now? What is this new fuckery? Yep. Oh my gosh, you guys. Susan and the Train, the ultimate villain team up. Yeah, pretty much, Nacho. And now, see, I had to scroll down to see that. Because... What the hell is going on? Why does this not want to load my... my chats anymore. What the fuck? Oh, it's always something. You guys can, now this is in where you guys can see it, right? Look at this. Oh no, I don't have that part covered. I go to send a message and it tells me sign into chat. Fucking YouTube signed me out again. That's why, Garrett. Fucking YouTube has signed me out of my own account again. Hold on, let me go and do a different window to sign it in. This is absolutely insane. I'll get it caught up here, guys. Hold on. Are you kidding? And on this page, it won't even let me sign in. What the fuck is going... Yeah, YouTube says, no, we want you guys to live chat, interact with your audience. Yeah. And now I'm having to go over here to see your live chats right now. Javi Azmi says, Rahu is a very good read. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I got more details about Roha coming up soon. Hate working when stream starts. Vid stream later. Not sure, Joe, because again, on weekends, that's when my wife and I actually try and spend a little time together because weekdays are like nothing. So unless something comes up later... Probably not. Soon Payne's ideology will really make you think. Well, that's what I want to talk to you guys about, CRX. That's what I want to ask you guys about. Now, let me see if I can actually get signed into my account here. Okay. Now, on this tab, it's got me signed in. So, let me reload this one. Yeah, Professor X, I can't believe this. How do they expect you to be able to live stream or anything with this constant issues? Soon Payne's eye. Okay, so I did see all that. Now we're scrolling again. Let me put it to live chat. And now it will let me comment. So hopefully YouTube has decided to let me be logged into my own channel. I apologize for that, guys. No idea what the fuck YouTube's issue is today. So, I watched today, when I was starting to say episode 165. That is, I assume that's the main speech a lot of you guys were talking about you wanted me to see, where Payne tells the details of his plan and why basically he believes that Naruto should just allow himself and the Nine Tails to be captured because it will eventually lead to the peace that he wants and that his own pervy sage Jiraiya wanted, yada yada yada. My take on that was, as is typical of anybody with a god complex, like Payne obviously has, anybody who sees him as a deity, for whether it be Payne in this case or a cult leader, that's not a new idea. What he wants to do, he wants to create the ultimate weapon, so he can have power over all and bring peace through force. That's not a new concept. And he's come to that conclusion because people of his village were devastated by wars in earlier times. Well, yeah, that's how war works. The winner gets to dictate their own version of peace. That's been the same way throughout time. It's just that because now Payne feels that he has the upper hand, or in this case, anybody with the God complex feels that they have the upper hand and the means to strike down anybody who will oppose them, that their peace is the ultimate peace. It's not... Again, the reason I don't like Payne's take on it is because it's nothing new, and he presents it like this is something that, Naruto should just willingly acquiesce to because I have a plan for peace. Yeah, you got the same plan for peace everybody who goes to war has. You want to control all and inflict what is your version of peace. And I want to see what you guys think of it. That's my opinion. Akikan is an eki anime. I'm not familiar with this, about girls who live in soda cans who come out when you drink them, thinking they're being kissed. Thought you should know. I gotta tell you, channel email, I'm kind of glad I know that. Hold on, I'll get right back to. I just want to open that up in a different browser window and just see like their wiki page or something. Come on, an anime about chicks that live in soda cans, and I'll get right back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. But I'm just that made me curious now. Yep, Aki kind of Light Novel Volume 1 cover. It's a light novel about a group of anthropomorphic chicks, anthropomorphic drink cans who do battle. Oh my god. Well, you guys never cease to amaze me. I keep saying I am flabbergasted by how many different ways anime goes with their storytelling, and you guys always manage to find me another one. Let's see. Pain is a certified badass. Oh, that part, Javi Azmi. Yeah, don't get me wrong, guys. I like Pain's abilities. I think he's a cool as hell villain. What we're talking about right now, and what I'm giving you right now, are his impressions of his piece, or his feelings as to why the world should understand that making him God will make everything better. And I don't think it's all my point is it's not a new or novel idea whatsoever. Most megalomaniacs have felt that way. My pain, right? And the young knight put in there, and that's a good quote. My pain is far greater than yours. So, and that's a good point. So basically, he's saying because he feels like the pain he has lived through is far greater than what someone else has lived through, then he should be God and he should be in charge of everybody's peace. Now, mind you, he's achieving this peace by savagely killing the people who would stand up to him. So, how are you different than those who did wrong to you? But anyway, the Akatsuki actually tried anything. I'm just fascinated to see. The only thing is that Pain is not a maniac. Well, Pitu, megalomaniac, although it contains the word, whether you consider that maniacal or not, it's factual. He wants to rule the world. He tells you he's a god. He wants to rule the world. So in that sense, he clearly is a megalomaniac. He's the definition of it. Curtis, me being a mod gives me a god complex. Worship me, bishops. God says. But no, I mean, this is my opinion. I'm not trying to say that you guys have to see it the same way I do. That's what this discussion is about. I want to see what you guys think. When they reveal his identity. Yeah, and Greatkin, very politely, without giving a spoiler, points out something too. Now, mind you too, I'm talking just from what I've seen, which is up to episode 165. So, very clearly, more information could come out that may have an effect on how I feel or how I see him. But this is, as it stands right now, he's like Kanye West, Kimmy says. Yeah, pretty much. Jacob's asking if anybody needs advice from someone high. Luminaries willing to work into a mutual worship deal with Galahad. Somebody said, Curtis, and I apologize. Oh, God damn it. Thing. Somebody said, I apologize. Ansel said, I really like that weird song you're singing at the beginning of the stream. You know what's sad, Ansel? I can't remember what it was. I would tell you the name of it, but I can't. That's fucking terrible. I honestly can't remember, pal. Or I would tell you. I would tell you what the name of it was. You could look it up. Okay, here, Nacho says, there's even an In Another World light novel story where the protagonist is reborn as a hot spring. As a hot spring bath. That's freaking awesome. I can't believe where some of these stories go. Maz says hot spring bath. Another anime for the list. Gunsmith Cats. I haven't heard of that one either. It's basically the Blues Brothers, except Belushi and Aykroyd are replaced with the anime girls. Now that's kind of a cool concept, because you don't get much cooler. I'm just going to look that one up too, guys. I just like, when you guys tell me about these things, I just like looking at least the wiki page or something. You don't get much cooler than Aykroyd and Belushi as the Blues Brothers. We're on a mission from God. Yep, Gunsmith Cats. Wow. I wonder, the manga series, wow. 91 to 97. And then there was a sequel, Gunsmith Cats Burst. 19-year-old Irene Raleigh Vincent operates the titular Gunsmith Cat's gun shop, but also works as a bounty hunter. Holy shit, this stuff is bizarre. I like it though. I like kind of different weird storytelling, but I just can't believe of the how many different forms of anime there are, or within anime, how many different storytelling angles there are. Davenport says, Pain in real life is American World War II. If we don't drop the bomb, we would have lost everything, but is Pain wrong? Yeah, and I don't disagree with you, Davenport. That's what I'm saying. The thing that strikes me that I don't like about Pain, and again, not Pain the character, Pain his ideology, is the whole God complex thing. Because of the God complex, he seems to think that his version of, or how he's going about creating peace is somehow different than every megalomaniac that came before him. It's the exact same thing, but to a megalomaniac, they think that they're doing something different. Because, again, his pain is greater than anyone else's. Derek says, dude, Pain is a dumb dork. He's just a sad dork. His abilities are fucking awesome. I got to admit, he's got one of my, in the dub at least, one of my favorite voices. Pain's voice fits his character to perfection. He just uses his status. No, I would disagree. I would say he clearly has a God complex, because I don't think it's a God complex unless you are a god, and I don't think he is. Pain literally has ninja god's eyes. Big Mac Check, I don't know what that means though. I can't discuss it because I'm not sure what that means. Pain actually has a lot in common with Itachi. Really, Jim Collins? Yeah. I can see that to a degree. Although, I'm going to learn more about Pain too, and hopefully more about Itachi. But as it stands right now, for my knowledge, though, Itachi was way more. His decisions were brutal. And you talk about somebody else that's okay. Again, Pain with the whole "my pain is greater than yours." Itachi's pain had to be pretty freaking great itself. That's just bringing him into it. What kind of position is that to be put in? That pain had to be intense. Suffering leads to enlightenment seems to be Pain's motif. True, Nacho. Exactly. That's actually well put. Suffering leads to enlightenment because Pain feels, whether it's true or not, that his pain is greater than any others. That's what he feels is elevating him to that next level. Yeah, that Pain did nothing wrong, King J says. But yeah, that whole "my pain is far greater than yours." And again, I haven't seen all of Pain's story, in fairness to him. But at this point, I'm not so sure his pain is greater than anybody. There's a lot of pain in Naruto. Wow. Now we got to distinguish. Not the individual. There's a lot of actual suffering in Naruto. To go so far as to say yours is greater than any others, I'm not so sure about that. Speaking of which, R.I.P. Kakashi, yeah. Lixbox, that sucked. God damn. Oh, man, and, you guys are going to immediately know who I'm talking about, and her name goes out of my head. It's one of those names, just like, Shark Boys, that will not stay with me. I'm just trying to see if I can come up with it before I have you guys give me the name. Oh my God. I gotta have you guys give it to me. Tsunade's right-hand girl. Her name will never stay with me. Her dying, too. Who the fuck saw that coming? God damn. And Pa! Shizune, thank you guys. Shizune, that one hurt. I like Shizune. There's nobody more harmless than Shizune. Holy shit. Talk about somebody who never did anything wrong to anybody. And Kisame, yeah. Kisame's name won't stay with me either. Again, the only thing I can explain is just the holes in my brain. I don't know why those two won't stick. But what about Pa? I forgot to even mention that. Well, Papa Choji last they said he's going to be okay. Yeah, Jeremiah, that hurt. Well, you guys will see. And I don't even, as I'm reacting to a video, I don't realize what facial expressions I'm making. Obviously, I'm busy watching but I've already edited that one, and even I could see where like, wow, the Pa thing really. I like Ma and Pa a lot. They were like becoming two of my favorite characters, and that bag of dicks ran him through. Pain just made his girlfriend made of paper and gets ruined when he nut. What a loser, Derek says. Good point. every, every time he spooges, he ruins Conan. Curtis, notice how Pain is fighting Naruto after all those fights and destroying Konoha, and still Naruto is getting fucked up. Again, you guys won't hear me diminish or cast aspersions at Pain's abilities. His abilities are insane, and they're fun to watch, and he's a great villain. But again, as far as his impetus for doing this, I personally, I just think he's full of shit like other megalomaniacs. But again, you also have to remember, and I'm fully willing to admit this, I start with a bias against anybody who calls themselves a god. And again, you guys know that too. Regardless, as soon as you proclaim yourself to be a god, you're already starting off with me with a target on your head as far as I'm concerned. We're surprised when Naruto was fucking Pain. But in the story, Pain is God. Okay, Davenport, but the thing of it is, at least to where I am now, I can't speak for anything I haven't seen yet. You guys got to remember that you've seen the entirety of the show and I haven't, so you got to kind of stick with me as to where I am. As to where I am, he has a God complex. I've seen nothing to give me any reason to believe that he's an actual god. Now, again, that doesn't mean he isn't. It means that I haven't seen anything that makes me believe it yet. Pain is the paper lady's glue. He squirts out a little glue for her here or there. I'm so lost right now. Hides under blankets, by Love says. When people are giving good explanations of Pain, God complex, homeboy, again, you guys can complain about it. There's 296 people in here. I grab as many comments as I can. There's always going to be somebody complaining, well, he didn't see that comment. That would have explained it. Well, I'm doing the best I can. Pain is not a god. Pain is gay. We love him. How do you plan to Megabird? Curtis, how do you plan to defeat Susan and train Sama in the next entry as possible? It's the animation. I'm almost willing to just acquiesce to both of them. I might just have to kneel before Zod in both cases. What do I think of Shizune? That's what I was just talking about, Cordy. I liked Shizune a lot. Yeah, I thought she was awesome and just the most kind and certainly harmless character of all. That sucked. My shit is far greater than yours, Cesaro says. Pain keeps rambling about sizes because Conan keeps sitting on ninjas. Kampf says, Pain has the Rinnegan. The person who taught jutsu and gave chakra to humanity, called the Sage of the Six Paths, also had the Rinnegan. I won't say any more for fear of spoilers. Okay, that's interesting. Who gave chakra to humanity, called the Sage of Six Paths, also had the... That's interesting, Kampf. And again, like Kampf is mentioning there, now I haven't seen everything yet. And again, I don't want spoilers, which she did a good job of avoiding actual spoilers. So maybe there's something still coming for me. Still coming for me. Maybe there's something for me yet to see that will give more credence to Pain's "I'm a God" claim. I'm willing to, I'm going to be happily watching. We'll see if it's true. Let's see. Jacob has been losing his dick for like 2 months. Yeah, King Jay. Whenever, for any of you who don't know, Jacob Howell is with us, and Jacob's been high for pretty much every day for a month, and he tends to misplace his penis when he's high. Has been said he's basically Jesus. Yeah. See, and again now, Screesy, maybe I will come to learn more of that as it goes. Right now, I don't. Other than as was mentioned, he's got the Rinnegan, but for me. Fuck off, Train. But for me, the Rinnegan is obviously a badass ability, but I don't know enough about where it came from to understand if that's what elevates him to the level of God. Already, although only a little. Sage of Six Paths? Yeah, and not enough for me to really have a feel for exactly what they're talking about, yeah. He just uses, hold on a second. Colton says, in my opinion, Pain doesn't actually consider himself a god. He just uses the status to invoke fear and awe, so he's pretty much faking a god complex to fool the feeble-minded. That's an interesting take on it. That's an interesting look. And again, now throughout history, real world history, there have been plenty of examples of that working to perfection. The Sage of Six Paths equals pain times 100. He created the moon. Really? See, this will be interesting to see. I'm just interested in finding out more about why. Again, I'll warn you guys ahead of time. I guess everything strikes everyone differently depending on their own personal beliefs as well. And when you have somebody who personally is not a believer in God, it makes it harder when I'm watching something to give respect towards somebody who considers themselves a God. Put it that way. I don't know, bye love. If you came here for vids, this is the wrong stream, so I don't know what to tell you. Harshal Dave says, it's only mentioned in the novels that Danzo was the one who told the village that Naruto has 9 tails, but left out the part about who his dad was. Oh, really? It's interesting to see, too, how much all of these shows, how in what ways they stay true to the mangas, and in what ways they depart from the mangas. That's always interesting to me. Pain may see himself, Christopher says, Pain may see himself as a god because he feels that since he is the legendary Rinnegan, that no one has the power to stand against him. Yeah, I see. I'm starting to get that too, Christopher, just from the storytelling, some things we've talked about, that I'm thinking having the Rinnegan is at least to in some degree related to his stance that he is a god. I think even I'm seeing that so far. Again, whether or not I agree with that is another issue, but I am seeing that the Rinnegan seems to be something. Well, just remembering Pervy Sage's reaction to it when he saw it for the first time, that right there, and Pervy Sage knowing the history of basically that world as well as he does, for his reaction to be that visceral and that intense, yeah, that's it tells you something about the Rinnegan, put it that way. Let's see. Lude says, Pain doesn't actually have a god complex. He even says Naruto in the speech, we're both ordinary men. I did hear that. He puts himself forward as a god to reduce conflict towards himself. Yeah, I did hear that, Lude Angel, and you're right. And that struck me as odd when he's been obviously proclaiming over and over and over that he's a god, to say, well, we're ordinary men. But I don't know whether to take that as he believes he's an ordinary man and purports the God thing when it's to his benefit, or vice versa. Does he see himself as a God and purports himself to be just a regular man when it works to his benefit? See, that's what I don't know. Which one does he truly believe? But you're right, I did catch that. Good morning, Dylan. Good to see you, pal. Let's see. Luminary says, Pain doesn't literally believe he's God. He believes the concept of pain itself is a uniform and universal experience. That's true. Only a God could influence everyone. Therefore, pain itself is a God. Yes, now, if the case could be made, as Luminary's alluding to there, if the case could be made that Pain, even by, his self-naming, he's still referring to pain as a separate entity, more than referring to himself, whatever his being may be, that would then saying pain is a god, I still think is out there, but it would make sense for what he's saying. Would you have a god complex if you could warp reality? Well, anybody could have a god complex, man. I think. Are you asking? Are you actually a god if you could warp reality? If you could warp reality, I don't know, because that would defeat the laws of physics. So in other words, if the laws of physics as we know them are defeated, does that make someone a god? I don't know, because in the Naruto world, think about all the times that the laws of physics are just absolutely trash, defeated all the time. So I don't know if that would really make you a god or not. But I get what you're at there, though. Nacho says visual jutsu are bullshit overpowered. I've had a few people telling me that they feel that the visual jutsus are too OP. So far for me, I mean, again, to me they're clearly overpowered, but it seems like that overpowering fits within the story though. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Pain is taking mad steroids. This is Jita. Did I pronounce that right at all? I apologize if I didn't. Is taking mad steroids, and when he takes them, he feels pain. Laughing my ass off. That's what it is. Pain is juiced out of his mind, brother. This is getting too religious. What do you think about Hinata? I don't know if you're in that part yet. I must not be what you're talking about, the giraffe. All I've seen of Hinata was she started. I like Hinata. Again, she'll probably die too, because it seems like everybody I really grow an affection to dies at the hands of Pain. But all I've seen of Hinata, excuse me, guys, sorry about that. She started to run towards the fight between Pain and Naruto, and she was pulled back. And they explained to her that Naruto has requested everyone stay back because all you're going to do is get in the way, basically get in the way of his offense, because he won't want to get you swept up in it as well. So that's all I've seen of Hinata. Pain must undergo the Curtiitis disease so he can feel pain. Yeah, man. He thinks he knew pain before that. And then Ivory said Hinata, big old titties. And that's a big plus for Hinata. A big plus. You know pain when you step on a Lego. Been there, fake news. Holy shit. I think we all have. I don't think there's any one of us that hasn't cried a tear or two to a Lego on the floor. Let's see. What do you? That's what we're talking about right now, Dragon Blade. We're talking about the Pain speech, and everybody's got, which is really, this has been, for me, the most fascinating anime chat we've had so far, because everybody's got their own take on Pain and whether or not he is a god, has a god complex, whatever his impetus is. And I know it's hard for you guys sometimes, and I appreciate the fact that you come in and have these chats anyway, because it's got to be hard for you guys to be able to converse about it with me when you have knowledge of the entire series, but have to draw back all that knowledge to where I am, so there's no spoiler. So it's got to be hard for you. What?
You were needed. Mom said if you ever heard the pump to come and get you.
Oh, okay. Do you want to talk to the gang for just a second? I'll be right back. As we have a sump pump in our basement. Mom, Spazkid's mom heard it going off. That means it's running and it's going to burn out. So Spazkid will talk to you for a second.
Hello, guys. Hello. Thank you for the warm welcome. We're going to... There's a lot of stuff being said right now. We can now spoil. I mean, I don't watch anymore. Everyone attack him with comments. It seems to be what you're doing. Have you seen Naruto? I saw back when I was definitely little. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and it would be on Toonami, so I'd just start watching. That's pretty much all I saw. Hello, Nick Grayson. Calm yourself. Jesus. Oh, I love Pulp Fiction. I actually saw it for the first time not that long ago. I really want it now. Oh, you ever try to gag yourself on your fingers? I can't... Derek, I can't say that I have. The stream is cringy? Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, wait, who said that? Hey, thanks. It's nice to see me, too. Right by a shark? Good God. Who I am? Will you have violent feces sex with me? I had to pass on that one. Pulp Fiction is amazing. I love that movie. Saw it for the first time not that long ago. It was really good. Freaking loved it. Because my dad was always telling me, oh, you gotta watch it. It's so good. It was on one of the movie channels there, and we just decided to watch it together. It's so good. Braxton Swag, yeah, sure. Hi from Portugal. Hello, Portugal. Don't ask me where that is, because here's $2. Punch yourself for me, please. There you go. $2 well spent. Ow. Actually did that hard. Quentin Tarantino is the best? Yeah, oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay, Space Kid, I didn't ruin your lunch, did I?
Oh no, I already ate.
You're a pig.
Yeah, I know. Someone gave me $2 and said punch myself, so I did.
Good boy. Space Kid's like, I am your monkey. You name it, I'll do it.
I want that $2.
You ain't getting that $2. Sorry about that, guys. It's been raining here for days. Plus, we have snow melt, so I'm out of breath. It's a lot of stairs. So our sump pump's been running in the basement, and for some reason, the float on the pump was getting hung up, and the pump keeps running even after the water's gone, which will burn it up. And I just found it. Some little plastic cap from a plastic bottle got sucked down into the pump area and was blocking it. So, all right. Bring back the dick warmer, Licks Fox says. Nick, I'm trying to get you to see my fucking comments for 50 minutes. Can you fucking see this one, or are you blind fuck? Fuck you. Okay, there you go, Nick. What you think of my pain pinned down Naruto? Oh, that made me cringe a little, Dragon. Holy shit. Right through the hands. You guys don't think too that I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything other than the punch yourself, Spaz Kid. Guys didn't think that might have been a little bit poignant too? I mean, with the whole God thing and everything, to stick the rod right through the hands. That was cringy to watch. Ugh. M says Curtis Spaska didn't hit himself hard enough for that $2. I'll hit him harder later. Not a problem. Not a problem. Dude, I live in Minnesota. We just got 3 feet of snow. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, we don't get as much here as we used to. Like when I was a kid. I don't know why, if the weather patterns have changed or what. But yeah, you guys get a lot more than we do now out in that way. No, you didn't miss the Pain Naruto fight reaction. It's not posted yet, so you couldn't have missed it. When Dr. Strangle says Thunder Tits. What about my family, my people, my village? Well, absolutely, Cesaro, and I get what he's talking about. I'm not saying that what he's doing he is without impetus for, or that he shouldn't feel the way he does. I'm just saying it's no different than other people in similar situations. His people, his village, they were destroyed by war. So because of that, he wants to take vengeance on those who did it. Perfectly understandable. Does it make his violence any different than theirs? No, it's the exact same thing. But it seems that in Pain's mind, he thinks that his violence, his killing is noble, whereas others are not. That's my issue with it. Mankoli says, if I was Naruto, I would fuck all holes of Hinata 24/7. Hinata is but even when she was a kid, Hinata was always just the cutest of the female characters, I think. And then her growing up to be as endowed as she was is like, my favorite Naruto character. That's always hard for me to play because it changes as things progress, as I learn more, of course. But most of the people who would be contenders are fucking dead now. Because Jiraiya's dead, Kakashi's dead. I was really liking Pa. Pa's dead. That was sad. I like Ma and Pa. When she cried when he got killed, that was sad. M says, here's $5. Can you hit Spaz Kid with the sink or the shovel? Jesus Christ. Also record it and send it to me for later use. That's pretty good, Em. Yeah, fortunately, actually, I'm glad. Fortunately, Spaz Kid did not pick up my penchants for violence, so I try not to hit him with the sinks or the shovels. That was good, Em. For my use later. For science, for research, Em. That was good. How big is Spaz dick? How the hell would I know that? Oh, you think she's joking? She's not, Lute Angel says. Spaz just turned 18, Troy. He turned 18, 12 days ago. There's theory that Kakashi is of the homosexual. Really? I never heard that theory before. But wait, aren't the only thing about that theory is aren't all Pervy Sage's books are like hardcore heterosexual though, aren't they? I mean, that's what I was led to believe anyway, and obviously Kakashi was his number one fan. I mean, I'm not saying he's not. I just that would be the thing that would make me think that's a fallacy. Nacho says everyone suffers and mortals can die. Right? Having god powers doesn't make better, just harder to kill. Yeah. I see what you're saying. So like Nacho saying, if Pain is saying it's his abilities, excuse me, that make him a god, I would agree with Nacho and disagree with Payne that, yeah, that doesn't make you god level. It just makes it tougher to take you out. Let's see. Science, bitch, Dr. Strangled says. Jiraiya's books are erotic. Yeah, but that's what I mean, Bungie. Are they erotic from a strictly heterosexual stance? That's what I meant. I guess we don't actually know for sure. We assume so because we know that Jiraiya was all about the titties. Kakashi has been fucking Guy for years. Those two, that's going to be hard, I think, too, when I have to watch the part where Guy learns about Kakashi's death. And that's too, you know what? You just brought, do you think Hinata's eyes can be affected by cum? Jeez. Byakugan. That's the thing, too. I hadn't even thought of that till you guys just brought him up again. Now, Guy Sensei's crew has been on the way back to the Leaf for some time now because I saw the scene where they saw all the birds leaving from the direction of the Leaf and they got concerned. Excuse me. So I was just thinking about that now. So I wonder how that's going to play into things as well. I would imagine they're going to be showing up soon. Has the Comp says, as it stands, which Naruto character do you think has the best backstory? I don't know. I guess depends on your definition of best. There are certainly enough really, really sad backstories. Tell you, Gaara's is always. Maybe it's just the way it struck me when I saw it, but Gaara's is really fucked up. I don't know. That's something. Boy, that's an open-ended debate. You can make cases for a lot of the backstories. Dynamic Thank Wolf says, boobs make the world go round. I agree 100%. But all I wanted was this fucking sandwich. Subway, eat fresh. Well played, Dank Wolf. And I like your icon pick. Yeah, he's got the little Subway girl. Wow. I don't know what character she is or anything, but yeah, that would just that picture alone would make me eat fresh. Especially, if that girl's name is Fresh. Yeah, get it. Because anyone want to play 15 to chainsaw his kid's dick off and staple a dog turd. I think he meant turd on it. Okay, that's an interesting fetish you got there. If you look hard enough, you can probably find that on the internet somewhere. Go after it. What about your wife watching Prostitute Miggy? That was something that was requested, Shinta, by the gang for if we ever hit 500,000 subscribers. And even when they suggested it, I didn't think my wife would agree to it because you guys know, first of all, she's camera shy. She doesn't really like being in front of the camera. But she has no idea that things like Prostitute Mickey even exist. So when I asked her, she agreed to do it. She has no idea what she's getting herself into. But, I mean, she sticks by her word. If we ever make 500,000 subscribers, I'm sure she'll do it. And I'm sure she will be absolutely horrified. It'll probably be my favorite video we've ever done at the channel. Who do you think is stronger, Pain or Itachi? To me, at least, Dylan, and again, my knowledge is incomplete as far as the series as a whole, but clearly, to me, it's clearly Pain. But again, I could be wrong. Kakashi's nose bled when he saw Naruto's sexy jutsu. Yeah, but the only thing there, though, Derek, is Naruto's sexy jutsu, if it makes your nose bleed, though, it's because of the female optics. So I don't know. So would that Does that make him gay because it's, obviously Naruto is still actually a dude, but he made his nose bleed by taking on the optics of a chick. So I don't know. I don't know how that plays. Who would win, Pain or Chuck Norris? Well, Joel, that's not fair, because we all know that Chuck Norris. We can take all of these conversations about whether or not Pain's a god and throw them aside, because we know that Chuck Norris is. Favorite Disney movies, Mega Bird? Oh, you guys know we're Disney fanatics. I won't cop out on not giving another favorite, but I'll say whether it's favorite or not, whenever somebody says that, the first thing that comes to me are the Toy Story trilogy. I love those movies. So I'll go with that, because that, when you talk about Disney movies and favorites, that's the first thing that always comes to my mind. Oh, your point is that Kakashi is straight. Gotcha, Derek. I'm sorry. I misunderstood how you were saying it. Okay. Yeah, because you're right. I would think that would be more points towards being straight, because even though it's Naruto, it was the female form that made his nose bleed. Maz says, the nosebleed is based on an old Japanese wives' tale about how sexually repressed men bleed from the nose if they haven't nutted. Get out of here, really? That's kind of cool. Well, that explains why it's so prevalent throughout then. At least there's a reason for it, because the first place I saw it, of course, was when you guys first got me watching anime, and Master Roshi started spewing. I thought it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and you guys told me at the time, you're like, dude, you're gonna see that over and over and over in anime. I never realized it was actually based on something in actual Japanese culture, though. That's kind of funny, actually. Let's see. Explains the stains on my sheets, Jacqueline says. Sage of Six Packs contains spoilers. People here are usually pretty good about not spoiling. And when people do overtly try and spoil, the mods stay right on it. They're usually pretty good about that. Roberto says, it took Orochimaru years of planning to try to destroy the leaf, and Pain doesn't want to move. It's funny you bring that up, Roberto. I was thinking that, and I wanted to talk about that. It's good having you guys here, because my memory's shit. So all the things I watch, as I watch the videos, it's like, oh, we can talk about that in the stream. Then whatever it is, I forget about them. That's true, because I always thought Orochimaru was wildly powerful, and I still think he was wildly powerful, but Roberto's point is well taken. I mean, look at all the time Orochimaru spent trying to destroy the leaf and never really got all that close. And Pain just went, almighty push, see ya, and did it. And then, too, how easily Itachi dispatched him. when he didn't want that curse mark on his brother anymore, Itachi was just like, come here, Orochimaru. And that was the end of that. You get the message I sent you of Hercule fighting? Where'd you send it, Dylan? Is that Hercule fighting? I don't know. Again, my memory is so bad. You have to refresh me a little. Did it come in through Twitter or elsewhere? Vegetables, testicles, lady things, creamy potatoes. Andy's coming. Javi asked me. Did you know, guys? Javi asked me saying that. And again, I love the Toy Story movies. Did you know they don't do it anymore, because I can see why it got to be too much of a hassle. But it used to be, in fairly recent history, if you were at Disney World and you had Buzz and Woody or any of that crew of the toys out there in character garb, if you said Woody's coming, they would all drop right onto the ground. But it was cool, but unfortunately they had to stop doing it, because you'd have them out for character meets and every single person started doing it. So so that's why they had to stop. But that used to be really, really cool. I wish I'd have gotten on video once or twice. Lute says, imagine this now. Pain wins, takes Naruto, and kills everybody. Sasuke comes to the village and search for revenge and finds nothing but a big old hole. So I would want to see this reaction. I tell you, and where it stands right now, Lude, you could almost see that unfolding. My thought is, I don't think that everybody else with the leaf is going to be able, now again, I could be wrong, hold themselves back. Even though Naruto has said stay away, I think at some point support is coming for him, because I don't think they'll be able to hold themselves. I don't think they'll be able to just sit there and watch Pain take off with the Ninetales. Have any popular movies you don't like? Oh, Oh, sure, I'd have to think about it, Mega Bird. But I admit it. When it comes to entertainment, I'm very easy to please. It's easier for me to like something than it is to dislike something. Put it that way. But like everybody else, sure, I've got things that disappointed me or that I didn't care for. But typically, I'm pretty easy to please. Check out my channel. I need the subs. Well, Nick, that's all fine and good, but if you're here just to keep spamming, of course, the mods will just send you packing. That's about the most annoying and douchebaggery way of trying to gain subs there is to just come in and spam. This is the end. Dynamic Dankwell says, this is the end. My mega penis saber shall prevail. Oh, I wish I had a mega penis saber. Be fucking awesome. what I got is definitely not mega and clearly not scaring anybody, and definitely not a saber. R.I.P. Payne's dick from paper cuts. I never thought about that, Big Mac. Payne with a bunch of little paper cuts on his dick. Oh, that's just wrong. Spyro says, the difference with Payne is that he isn't just fighting for revenge, he is fighting to stop anyone from feeling the kind of pain he went through ever again. Absolute legitimate point. However, that doesn't elevate you, in my mind, doesn't elevate you anymore. No matter how noble your intentions are, you're still just killing people to bring about the peace that you want, which is exactly what prior nations and prior wars have been fought for. So it's like you're not doing anything new, is what I'm trying to say. You have the same impetus that others before you have had, basically the same type of impetus that those who damaged or destroyed your village did. I sent to Facebook. Oh, okay, Dylan. I'll have to look it up. Facebook. I'm glad you bring that up. Whenever you guys want to contact me, if you can, Facebook, I do catch Facebook messages sometimes, but it's the least reliable way to get me. The live streams, Twitter is way better. The only reason being Facebook pissed me off some time ago. I won't go into great details. Most of you guys know it. We have our Facebook page. Now Facebook has a new thing where, like, if I post to you guys on Facebook, you don't all get to see it. Because they said, well, they don't want to clutter people's news feeds. So even if you like the page, I post something, you don't necessarily see it because YouTube's Facebook is trying to dictate for you what posts you would really want to see, which is their way of saying, hey, if you want your post to go out to everybody, pay us. So then if I pay to promote a post, then they'll send it to everybody. And I thought that was one of the slimiest ways of money grabbing I'd ever seen. So I stopped using Facebook much. That's why I do most of the stuff through Twitter. Yeah, Maz, Twitter isn't, there's no forms of social media I think that are particularly excellent, but it was preferable to Facebook. Nacho says, what do Kryptonians, Saiyans, and Uchihas have in common? They were nerfed. The only why the writers knew how, through genocide, spare a few. That's true, huh? Kryptonians, yeah. Kryptonians, gone. Saiyans, yep. Were gone. That's true. I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. They were all nerfed. And you're right, probably the easiest way for the writing is just, okay, well, there'll be some sort of genocide, whether it's your planet getting blown up or somebody comes through and kills everybody in your bloodlines. It was just, yeah, I get what you're saying. That's true. Dynamic Thankwell says, do we need to have a conversation about life, Curtis? Well, screw that. I'd rather talk about Bob's, penises, and how overall all we care about is food. Well, you pretty much covered it for me, pal. You don't get to be my side. You don't get to be my size without having food as pretty much your number one concern. So I'm on that board with that 100%. Boobs, that is the ultimate form of entertainment that never ceases to entertain me. Penises, yeah, they're okay. But yes, boobs and food are, that's basically life for me. Who do you think, Darth Vader says, Curtis, who do you think would win, Itachi or Pain in a death battle? Again, now you guys got to remember, I'm basing this on what I know so far. What I know so far, I say Pain. But again, from what I'm understanding, I have more yet to learn about Pain and more yet to learn about Itachi. So if you ask me that later, that might change. Hey, Rock and Roller. Squeezy says, but he is trying to do something new. No one in the show has ever tried to do what he does. I need to avoid about thinking real life when you judge his actions. He might be trying to do things in a new way. He's trying to accomplish the same thing. He wants to eliminate, he's basically said it himself, he's collecting these tailed beasts so he can have the ultimate weapon. When you have the ultimate weapon, you become the ruler, or the god, and you can inflict peace upon the world. That's what he's trying to do. I don't see that as a particularly novel idea. Oh, DreamWorks movies? Oh, yeah, I've always been a huge Shrek fan. Love Shrek. Let's see. By love says Almighty Hugs. I love Inside Out. Troy, love it. You know what? I love Inside Out the movie, and even more than that, for any of you who are fans, I love the volcano, the mini clip that's on before Inside Out. Oh, I love that song. So yes, Inside Out was a great one. You got our late notification roll on. Yeah, there's nothing new there. We're at I just watched 165. That's why we're having the big conversation about Pain's speech, and that's what we're all tossing around here is exactly what we think of Pain and whether he is a god, so on and so forth. Do I like Itachi very much now? Professionals, yeah, absolutely. I think that's why again nobody knows my pain, all that stuff. My pain is greater than yours. The first person I would throw out against that claim by Pain is Itachi. You made, and sure, Pain knows Pain. The situation Itachi got put in is just mind-bogglingly brutal. I don't even know how he lived the amount of years he did after having to make that decision, no matter which way he went with it. So there's no one can make me believe that wasn't somebody who was tortured every single moment of his life, Itachi. So that's why I'm not ready to give all this credence to, you don't know my pain. It's like, I don't know. Some other people have dealt with plenty in here too. Ninja info cards. What is your favorite food? All of it you play. Actually, no. Believe it or not, I have very limited tastes. I just eat lots and lots of what I do like. If I had one favorite food, it's probably real original. It's either red meats or pizza. How old am I, Raphael? 56. I don't know how the hell I got here so fast. It doesn't seem like it. Great Ken says, Curtis, in manga, Itachi overall experienced pretty much 80 to 90 years of life because of his Tsukiyomi. Really? No, I didn't know that. Oh my God. And that just adds to the brutality of his existence, if you ask me. Because again, I don't know how somebody in his situation is not feeling pain every moment of his life. Hamburger pizza is good. I've had it, Bailey. I've been to pizza joints that put hamburger on the pizza. It's delicious. Oh, yeah, Garrett. I'm sure I got more than 40 years on some of you guys, yeah. Itachi was only 21. That's what I mean. And at least from the point that he was hit with that decision, I think that every moment of that life was just pure torture. True Pain's plan isn't anything new. People like him because of his ideology. And plan is very similar to what we have in our world. Absolutely. I agree with that completely, Lude. With superpower countries and nukes preventing World War III. Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think that's one of the fascinating things about Naruto. There's a lot of fascinating things about it. I cannot express enough how much I love this series. But that's one of the fascinating things about it is how well they work off of real life. Yeah, I agree with that completely. Let's see. Wait, hamburger pizza is a thing. I've only seen it a couple places, Lixbox, but I'll tell you, in New York, because I used to be down in the city a lot, you can get a pizza topped with pretty much anything. Yes, I've seen hamburger pizza and meatball pizza, which is basically the same thing. I mean, meatballs are just hamburger with different flavoring. I like Frozen a lot, Megabird. I get teased about that a lot, but I don't care. I love Frozen. I thought it was great storytelling. Great storytelling, great music. That's actually pretty funny, right? He says, hey, Curtis, are you a Pokemon? Because I want to Pikachu while you change. Will that line work on girls at all? Because I would try it. Shut the fuck up, Train. Nobody likes you. Let's see. Has explained what Payne's end plan is yet. Yes and no, Spyro. He's explained what his goals are, what he's trying to accomplish. I hesitate to say yes too quick because I don't know if there's even more to it, and I don't want to give anybody the wrong impression that I'm further along in the series than I am, and just have somebody mistakenly give spoilers. So yes, he has outlined his end plan. I just don't know if there's any addendums to that yet to come. They ripped off Ryan King and Frozen. Jack isn't happy. Really? I don't see it. They ripped off the Lion King? You hate Frozen by Love? I like it. I might watch the Naruto movies. Again, I wouldn't pause to watch the Naruto movies while we're getting through Shippuden, though. I wish that Train would know pain. It's summoning jutsu annoying Train. Greggy, somebody's summoning the shit out of those goddamn things. Somebody's right outside my window pounding the ground every couple minutes. Gotta go start my day. Peace and love. Well, thanks, Dylan. Thanks for hanging in with us while you could. I'm really enjoying this conversation. This is fun. Payne was lucky Team Guy wasn't there. That's the thing, BR. They're on their way. That's what I'm waiting to see, if they're going to get there in time to have an impact on this fight or not. Because they showed, we know they're on their way to the Leaf. Yeah, Cesaro, my pain is far greater than yours. And again, my best response to that, or indictment of that, would be, Itachi coming up to him and saying, yeah, hold my beer, here's my story. Because for me, Itachi, again, and it's just what I know of the characters to this point, Itachi has experienced the most pain in my mind, the way I see it. Let's see. Doing good, Myth Campbell. Is it possible for you to watch Naruto movies with face cam like you do other series? Would that still be fair use? If it's just face cam, Loot Angel, we can watch absolutely anything. As long as it's just face cam, nobody has any type of claim to it. As long as, like we did with just a timer, yes, you can watch absolutely anything. You could watch a TV show. There's nothing, a full movie, there's nothing anyone can do because their content is not in the picture literally at all. All that's there is your reaction. So yes, anything can be watched face cam only with a timer. Jeremiah says, when we said that soon you'd know pain, it wasn't only for hype, but also a cryptic warning. Yeah, I get that now, pal. The next few episodes are some of the best of the series. Funny you say that. Two other people just said that to me. One in Patreon and one in one in a private message said that because I'm on 165. And I was just told 166, 67, 68 are the best of the series. It's funny. Just earlier today, they said the same thing. Jayasmi says they do have a more in-depth story to Itachi, but much later on. That's what I've heard. It doesn't really come out for a lot of episodes yet. I don't think it's in English, though. I have not found it, at least. That's okay. If we have to, when we get to those episodes, if they haven't been dubbed yet, we'll go to sub. I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's easier to react to dubs. Obviously, it's one less thing. You're not reading, you're listening. But now, like, if I watch One Piece, however I do it, whether I watch it on my own or I watch it in some manner or form trying to share it with you guys, that's the only one I can honestly say I don't want to watch in dub. Because now that I've heard both, I just really, really like the sub voices. Even though, obviously, I can't understand what they're saying, I don't know, doesn't make any sense to you guys. For one thing, when Luffy says his name in Japanese, I don't know why, that just makes me laugh every time, and I did not like his voice in the dub. I'm Monkey D. Luffy. I'm ready, Bailey. When are the Train and I gonna have a cage match? I am so ready for that one. I'm bringing chairs and a barbed wire bat and anything that'll stab a. What the hell did the Train's run on? Diesel engine, whatever engine. Okay, hold on. Joe says he killed his friends, his lover, his father, his mother, but he couldn't kill his little brother. He killed every shred of feeling in his heart in order to slaughter his own kin, but he just couldn't kill you. Exactly, Joe. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why that's my personal answer to Pain, Pain's whole I know more pain than you type thing. It's like, yeah, well, let it tell that to Itachi. See if Itachi feels bad for the amount of pain you've experienced. That just blows my mind. I mean, I love I loved that storytelling, the Itachi Sasuke thing, simply because I can't imagine a more intense torture than having that feeling towards your little brother and having been put in that situation and having to live with that every day. You took out your entire clan and what's worse, basically to save your little brother, to make him stronger, you had to put aside that love that you had for him and instead make it hate. That's just brutal. Brutal. Let's see. Attached listening to pain would be like, bruh, seriously? Yeah. I completely agree, Pendragon. That's why I'm not too much, at least at this point. Again, I've got more to learn. But to this point, I'm not on Pain's bandwagon of, I've known more pain than you. It's like, not really. Sometimes with the Japanese cast, you can hear and feel the fun they're having without knowing language. Oh, 100% Nacho, and no place for me so far. And again, I'm still a relative noob when it comes to anime, but no place for me so far is that more apparent than in One Piece. Yeah, One Piece. You're right, exactly what you're saying, Nacho. You just feel the fun in their voice, and as I've said over and over and over, I know ad nauseum, when we watch those One Piece clips in the streams, that's the overriding feeling I get about One Piece, is that it's just fun. And maybe that's a lot why, because of the voices. How do you think Mike Guy compares to Pain or even Madara? As much as I love Mike Guy, I can't imagine he has much to bring to the table against Pain or Madara. I hope I'm wrong, but you're asking what I think. What I think is they would be squash matches, that they would just beat him down if he was on his own. I hope that's not the case, but I believe it is. With Gaara's Pain, Kyoji, like I say, Gaara's backstory, of all these tragic backstories, is right up there at the top for the most tragic, I believe, as well. Yeah. And Gaara, I think his character has been able to evolve probably more, as much or more than anybody with those horrible, tragic backstories, and, turn his life into something productive. So, again, in another setting, I think I would be more receptive to Pain's claim that nobody knows Pain like he knows Pain. But given what I know about Itachi and then characters to a lesser degree like Gaara, it's like, yeah, dude, I'm not convinced on that. Some of the saddest moments are from One Piece. Oh, no, I've seen some of those, Nissan. As a matter of fact, that whole thing with... now, is that Nami... that... The woman that gets killed there, that's not her actual mom, right? Isn't that like someone who raised her that wasn't her actual mom? I'm not clear on that part. But that whole scene where they take her out, holy shit, that's one of the saddest things I've seen in any of the anime so far. You're going to be enlightened later on. And I believe that, Eternal. That's why I'm always careful to put up the caveat that everything I say is just based on knowledge through episode 165. It all could clearly change. Lots of things for me have changed as things have gone on. Look at Hidan. I thought I was going to hate him more than any of the Akatsuki. Ended up being my favorite. Nacho says, for example, with Konosuba, the characters don't feel like they're acting rather than just a group of jackasses fapping about in the best way. and I like that. Yeah, I'm with you, Nacho. I mean, that's just cool. And it's just fun. I agree. I hope Luffy's voice actor never dies. Guy is, you'll see. I'm anxious to see, because adopted mother, it was Omar. I knew it was something along those lines. That was freaking insanely sad. Just what I've seen of Robin's backstory, it just, god damn. I mean, talk about something that'll make you cry on command. Lucy's here. Watching from my job. I work at a Mexican bakery. Hi, good to see you, Lucy. Oh, at a bakery. What kind? Mexican bakery? What oh, look at how easy I get distracted when anybody brings up food. It's fucking sad. What a fat ass I am. Because I wanted to ask, what are Mexican bakery specialties? I'm curious. I might have, guys, I would hate to have to end the stream early. I might have to go visit Lucy, because I like bakeries. Jack Queen says, take my money. Just a small thank you for creating this shifty but brilliant community. No agenda, just alcohol. Well, thank you, Jack Queen. I appreciate that a lot. And not just the donation, but I appreciate that sentiment. That really makes me feel good. I've told you guys over and over, and for those who, many of you have been with us for years, when we started this channel, even though it started out as just me goofing around, playing really badly, playing Call of Duty, shitty as I am, the goal was always, I just wanted it to be a fun community. To me, that was always the beauty of YouTube, is you could actually have a community of people from literally throughout the world, all just hanging out, having a good time together. And over this last, I would say, year, is when I feel like that has really finally come together for me. And it's basically because of things like this that we're able to do this stuff. So yes, I appreciate that a lot, because this is what I've always wanted. This is why I'm on here doing live streams every day and stuff, because I just enjoy this so much. Let's see. Did Lucy say what kind of... I was just talking. I'm just curious. I don't know. And I told you guys before, I used to live in Conchas. What's that? All right, I got to look that up. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to be away from the chat for a second. I guess what Conchas are. We're talking about food here. I can't ignore that. I gotta Conchas. Come on, Google. Wow, they look good. Mexican sweetbread. Oh, I love bread. What are these? See, we don't really get any Mexican cooking up here. I used to live in New Mexico, and down there was the city I lived in had a heavy Mexican population, but I don't remember any of their pastries. Those look freaking good. God damn it. I was gonna say now I'm hungry, but you guys wouldn't buy that bullshit. You knew I was hungry before I even looked at it. Those look good, Lucy. And bread is, unfortunately, another one of my favorites. Oh, now I want conchas, you guys. Ever tried Turkish food? No, I've never had Turkish food. Isn't Turkish food heavily spiced, though? I can't eat spices. I'm a big pussy. I am the biggest pussy you'll ever see when it comes to spicy foods. I can't handle it. Hulk Hogan would know sell any of Payne's moves. He certainly would, Roberto. You're 100% right. If it was Payne versus Hulk Hogan, he would do the almighty push, and Hogan would just go down to one knee and start doing this. Brother! Yeah, he would completely no-sell it because he's a dick. Watching it for in 2 years, brother. Next anime you have to watch after Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Well, thank you, Mikeality TV. We were just talking about FMA Brotherhood yesterday or the day before in the stream, and you get a lot of support with that. Everybody likes FMA Brotherhood. Did you ever work with luchadors? Yeah, a few times, Toker. It was always the same. They were fun to work with. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the luchador style, but for me, it was always because I'm a slugger, and violence was my thing. So it made for good matches because you had, the high-flying, quick guy, and I was just trying to bludgeon them with things. So yeah, I've done it a few times. It was fun. Good matches. Fun matches. Grueling matches, because you got to remember, when you work with luchadors at all, it's not only them that have to insert a lot of athleticism. The guy they're working with has to too, because you're doing a lot of turns, a lot of flips, taking a lot of huge bumps. But I didn't mind it all. They were fun guys to work with. Conchas in Argentina means cunts. Difference, bitch. It does, Jeremiah? Oh, shit. I know. I'll tell you what. Conchas in Mexican bakeries, though, look fucking fantastic. Oh, cool. Okay, I will. Hold on, let me look this up. Lucy, this is where you're working, Lucy? Sammy's Mexican Bakery, San Diego. San Diego is generally considered the best weather city in the entire nation. I've seen a bunch of different reports and stuff, rankings, and because San Diego is like beautiful year round. Never gets real hot, never gets real cold, hardly ever rains. I'm curious. Sammy's Mexican Bakery. Let's see. That's the map quest. I don't want that. I want. Oh, here's a Facebook page. Oh, look at that cake on the front of the page. You guys looking at this too? Holy shit. Oh, look at the American flag with cupcakes. That's cool. Whoa. Oh my God. Lucy, my wife would kill for those freaking strawberries. That's like her favorite treat in the world might be chocolate covered strawberries. Wow, look at those. Holy shit, you guys know what you're doing. Delicious chocolate covered strawberries. Well, if I ever get out to the West Coast, now I know what we need to do. Wow. Yeah, My wife would rather have those chocolate covered strawberries than sex with me every day. Well, I mean, come on, let's face it. A normal person would rather eat dog shit than sex with me every day, but I still, that was my go-to comparison. Temblique is a Puerto Rican pastry. Now, Puerto Rican, we actually have, Javi asked me, a Puerto Rican, well, we did. I think it's still open. Bakery not far from us. I never really gone it, just never really thought to go in. That might be something to look at. That they might have this. We don't have any Mexican ones around, but we do have, or we did at least, had one Puerto Rican one around. I haven't been by that way in ages. That's why I don't know for sure if it's still open. Goya Foods, Temblique coconut pudding. Oh, see, I like coconut. Coconut pudding recipe. Yeah, that looks pretty good too. Coconut pudding. Yeah, I like coconut. That would be something to look into as well. Now you guys got me extra hungry. Well, I'm always hungry. You guys got me extra hungry. Would you compare your style to APA Bradshaw equals greatest of all time? No, more. Mine was clearly closer to like Mick Foley. It was just all about just violence, and my offense was. Although I love Mick Foley, and Mick Foley, as far as wrestlers and workers, Mick Foley is here, and I wasn't even on the same page. So don't let what I'm about to say make you think that I think anything else. It's just that I had a bigger variety of offense than Mick Foley did, but that's only because Mick Foley will tell you himself. He said it in his book. He spent so much time working on taking these magnificent bumps that he kind of forgot to develop offense. So he didn't have a lot of offensive moves. But that was the most similar worker of note that I was similar to. Do I like Rey Mysterio? Yeah. Rey's a great worker, Degas. Great worker. I think he did a lot for luchadors by being able to, transcend the weight divisions. I dislike how they made the Hyuga clan seem so strong, but barely pay attention to them. Yeah, I get that, Dexter. Hi, Protham. I don't know. Of course, I don't know the future, so I don't know if the Hyuga clan gets more attention upcoming. But to this point, I certainly agree with you. You're right. They seem to have some really badass abilities, and it's just like they're just kind of an afterthought. I agree with that. Maz says, speaking of lucha, did you hear about the Sexy Star Rosemary incident? I did. It's horse shit. Apparently, Sexy Star tried to legit break Rosemary's arm in a match. Saw it. If you haven't seen it, Maz, you can find it. The video is online. That's horse shit. That's fucking that is the worst thing you can do. Because it wasn't even a shoot. It's one thing if two of you are standing up during a match and there's a beef and somebody says to the other, we've all been through it. All right, let's go, motherfucker. It's a shoot. Let's go. That's one thing. It's another when one person is working and then you take advantage of the fact that they're still doing the work to just basically cheap shot them or sucker punch them, or in this case, sucker armbar them and try and injure them. That's why she's having trouble getting bookings now, too. Because people, even the fans are so much more savvy to what goes on, they don't even want to see her anymore. That's horseshit. That should end her career. That is, when you're brought up in the wrestling world, that is the number one felony you can commit. You take care of the person in the ring. And again, if there's a problem, it's a shoot, that's different. But what she should have done, she had an issue, finish the fucking match, take it up in the back. If you need to fight it out in the locker room, do it. But that was horseshit. Would you have been able to jump off the cell? I would have chicken shitted out, Toker. I don't make any bones about it. I would like to come out here and say, yeah, I'd have fucking done that bump. That would have been awesome. I probably would have chicken shitted out of it. That I don't see how he made himself do that. He said himself he was shitting his pants, but I have all the respect in the world for him. No, I would have pussed out. Watch John Cena Scooby-Doo. He stops a boulder. I can't watch any videos during this stream because these videos, the chat ones, go up live on the channel, and we never have any idea where we're going to get the bullshit. And trust me, they're bullshit. The bullshit strike. The bullshit strikes to come in against the channel, so I can't watch any videos with you guys during these streams, unfortunately. Mick Foley is from your neck of the woods? Is he, Javi Osmi? Oh, he was sick. He was such a great worker. And again, given that was my gimmick as well. You know, I wrestled that style. He's like a god to me. Jeremiah, who would you hate to have die next the most in Naruto? Oh shit. Last time you answered this, you said Kakashi. Then in 2 episodes he did. Yeah, now I'm afraid to say it again. I remember that distinctly. Somebody asked me that, and I went through it. And it's like, well, Kakashi, between the fact that I love the guy and that he's so vital now with Pervy Sage gone to the Leaf, and then he dies. And it's a good thing you asked me now, because I probably would have said before today, Pa. Because Pa is now so vital to Naruto's development, plus I really like him. So, fuck, I'm almost scared to say anybody, but who would I hate to have die most next? Tsunade is an obvious option. I got a little bit of fear for Hinata when she went to go help Naruto and had to be, verbally restrained. She didn't look like she was convinced with the whole fist clenching that she wasn't going to do something. So that leads me towards being afraid that she might die. Who would I hate most to have die next? I just, because I know I'm going to forget somebody. I would hate to see Tsunade die. I would hate to see anybody die. Hinata die. And for some reason, and I can't explain why, I would hate to see Shikamaru die. I shouldn't say no reason. I love the character Shikamaru. And I just think he's the type that, is intelligent as he is, we see what a protector he's become. He might put himself in a dangerous situation. King of the Clutch says, in my opinion, the Hidden Leaf ruined Itachi and Pain's lives, started wars for their own personal gain, and the people stood by as their leaders ruined lives. I won't argue anybody on the point that the Leaf Village did things that were wrong, and I won't argue anybody on the point that Pain has every reason to hate them. My only stance on Pain is, I don't think that, again, his particular form of vengeance makes him any different than any other megalomaniac's form of vengeance. But yes, I absolutely, they ruined Itachi and Pain's lives. No question about it. I'm still a fan of the Leaf Village, but you have to be ignorant to the whole storyline to say, if you say that the Hidden Leaf never did anything wrong. But and then again, Tsunade just admitted as much. Tsunade admitted that they've done a lot of things that were just plain flat out wrong over the years. Yeah, I agree with you. Again, I'm still not on board with the whole Pain, I'm a god thing, and that because his vengeance is any more special than anyone else's, but he has every right to feel the way he does. Toker, I was at SmackDown last year when The Undertaker returned. Road 2, really? Ever since I've had an entire new respect for pro wrestling, the bumps are no joke. Oh, they're brutal, Toker. They're just brutal. I mean, I played, like I'm sure a lot of you guys did, I played most every sport growing up. I love football. I played everything. Nothing leaves you in as much constant pain as wrestling. Because just on the basis of, in wrestling, you're probably going to take on a regular match, you're going to take at least 20 bumps. That's just the basics before you start doing any big moves. The bumps themselves hurt like hell. Because all you're doing is going from a standing position and flinging yourself onto your back on what are essentially just a stack of 2x12s. It just, your body hurts always. That's why so many of the guys unfortunately end up addicted to pain meds. And that's why I spent so much time in pain, because I wouldn't take pain meds. I wasn't even going to attempt that, so I wouldn't take the pain meds. Adolf Hitler says, hi, can I have a shout out? Hitler, I think a lot of people already know your name. That's good. Favorite childhood Disney movie? Believe it or not, Megabird, I'm not as big a fan of the older Disney movies as I am the newer ones. I think they've really picked up their game over the new ones. Jeez. But even my favorite childhood Disney movie would be way, way down on my list of all-time favorite Disney movies. Off the top of my head, probably Sleeping Beauty, probably. Spoiler, Hinata has 2 legendary globes of destiny. That's the greatest spoiler ever, Toker. Those legendary globes of destiny are, well, they make us happy. Let's face it. And they sure as shit should make Naruto happy. If they don't, there's something wrong with that kid. Excuse me, guys. Golden Boy, we just talked about that, Uchiha, the other day. I gotta remember what it was about. I just looked at it a little bit. Somebody just brought it up the other day. And again, my memory is so poor, I'd have to look at it again to jog my memory about, what it was about. Sleeping Beauty, yeah, that's what I say. Of the older ones, that was probably my favorite one. But again, I like the more current Disney movies better. Sammy says Itachi was 21 when he died and was about 15 when he killed his clan. That makes it worse. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir there, Sammy. That's what I've been saying all along. When Pain talks about his pain being greater than any other, my stance still is go talk to Itachi about that. There's definitely something wrong with that kid. Yeah, that's true, Toker. I guess me even saying that was kind of like, duh, yeah. No doubt. Been a bone? Am I watching Super? I was, and I want to get back to it old school. I got to like episode 12 or so while Riff was still a thing, and then I haven't gotten back to it since, but I will. I got to at some point. Alex says, my pain is bigger than your dick. Yeah, but if you're talking about my dick, it's not a good thing to give a comparison to, because it's not that much of an accomplishment to be bigger than it. Pain's thoughts, intentions, and mentality on bringing about peace is actually quite similar. Oh, absolutely, Dragon Blade. Yeah, absolutely. You get that. And you can even see where the almighty push is almost referenced like a nuclear weapon at different times, because it is basically a nuclear weapon. And then the harvesting of all the tailed beasts takes the whole weapon of mass destruction to an entirely different level, because that's how he's going to bring peace, is with the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. Wait until you see Guy's backstory. Oh, I can't wait, Anthony. I love Guy anyway. Guys, if you come, I'll hook you up. All right, Lucy. If I ever get out West Coast, I would definitely stop in. That was really cool. Boy, you guys make those freaking chocolate covered strawberries alone, man. My wife would want to make the trip just for that. But the only thing is, if I ever went to San Diego now, I feel like I almost have an obligation to jack it on a street corner. I mean, if you're a South Park fan, how can you not? I wonder, Lucy, is that an issue out there now? After that goddamn South Park episode, do you guys will be like driving around going, oh, god damn it, there's another one. Who do I think the strongest character Danzo can be? I can't tell you a lot of SSJ about Danzo, because I've seen so little bit of him so far. I really have no good clue at all what Danzo's abilities are, because where I am, I've only seen him in bits and pieces, so I can't really tell you. I don't have enough knowledge on him yet. Nacho says, is it weird that the Joker's worldview makes more sense to me than Payne's? No, I don't think that's weird. I don't think, because they're both such extremist views, that, yeah, I don't think one should be given any less credence than the other, because, like I say, they're both wildly extreme, but they both actually have, again, Payne's worldview, I don't want to ever suggest that he's warped and it's not warranted. It's completely warranted. I just don't think it's particularly different than other megalomaniacs, but it's absolutely warranted. And to a degree, so is Joker's. Sasuke versus Danzo. Again, I can't make calls on those, Brian, just because I don't have enough. I know next to nothing about Danzo's actual abilities. All I know is he's a dick. That's basically all I know about Danzo at this point. I'm sure I'll learn lots more. Do I like chicken nuggets? Yes, I do, Constant Wolf. Spaz Kid just had them for dinner yesterday. Yes, I do.
You rang?
I rang. Oh, somebody just asked if I like chicken nuggets. They said you had them for dinner last night.
Oh, why?
Where are you going?
Birthday.
Oh, you guys going to the birthday?
Yeah.
All right, well, keep me posted what's going on.
Okay.
Did you have your lunch? You feel better?
Yes.
Okay, well, after I get out of here, I'm going to have some. Did you leave me any food?
No.
Okay. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye, Val. He symbolizes blowing up villages. Yeah, I mean, again, I get the impetus for Pain. No problem with that. The vengeance and everything. I just think he sees himself way loftier than is deserving. Yamcha is greater than Boruto. Really? Wow, Professor Rex, that bad? Anthony says supposedly Danzo was hot when he was younger. I mean, are you goofing around or for real? Danzo was like supposed to be a ladies' man when he was younger. Well, maybe that's why he's so old and bitter now, because he turned out like he did. He's not getting the pussy no more pussy for you. Anadale says Danzo's ability being a dick is quite accurate. Oh yeah, you can tell that right away. As soon as he stabbed that messenger frog, I was like, "That's it. Fuck you." It's gonna be interesting to me. You guys, at first, I would have said, "Yeah, probably not." But you guys that mentioned it, you may have a point. I could end up hating Danzo more than Kabuto. I'm not saying it will happen, but I'm saying it could happen. Where again, I hate. You got to remember because it's actions versus attitude. I don't hate Kabuto based on his actions, although I don't like a lot of his actions. I hate him because of his personality. Danzo, I think I'm going to end up really despising because of his actions. So it'll be interesting to see which outweighs the other. Let's see. How will you watch One Piece? No idea, Kenji. No idea. If I do it for the channel, most likely the way I would do it would be to watch like a couple episodes at a time and do a review video. And when I'm doing my review of those couple episodes, I can have my little TV next to me there on the screen, and I can show short clips to illustrate what I'm talking about. Because that is the reason that fair use was conceived. That's why it's a thing. So there's nobody could make any kind of case against that. Yeah, I saw we got a little bit of lag. It should clear right back out, guys. It just glitched for a second. Hopefully it'll clear right back out. The first Hokage Madara is basically Goku and Vegeta. Yeah, that's a good comparison, I think. Yeah, I think so. Tsunade as POTUS or Trump. Well, how could you not take Tsunade? Tsunade really came around once she became Hokage. She really came around. That's one of the reasons I admire her character and like her arc is because she was able to take on that position of ultimate authority and immediately change her life. No more gambling, no more drinking. Let's just take care of business. So that's one of the reasons I really like her. Excuse me. Police girl love big dicks, Curtis. Oh. No, come on. Tell me that's not true. She'll make an exception. I'm telling myself she'll make an exception in my case. Let's see. I will use the seal tail beast to develop new forbidden jutsu. Yeah, well that's oh, you're responding to Great Kin? Again, that's what I'm saying. To me, he's using the seal-tailed beast to create the ultimate weapon of mass destruction. Ashwar, you still getting the lag should be cleared now. I'm watching my board here. It should be cleared. Actually, we've been an hour and a half, and we've only had really one real bad run of laggage. Nowadays on YouTube, that's pretty good. Excuse me. Top 5 favorite Pixar movies? Oh, I'd have to have the whole list in front of me, Ashroy. You guys know how my memory is. I wouldn't be able to come up with them right off the top of my head. Let's see. Lag is good. Yeah, it seemed to come to end really quick here, at least from my end. Fairy Tail was pretty good and goofy. Brian, the clips that the gang has been showing me during the reaction video streams, yeah, Fairy Tail looks like a lot of fun too, and there's a lot of really nice titties in Fairy Tail, and that titties always make me happy. Again, beating a dead horse, you guys know that. I swear on Krillin's life, TFS will make more DBZA. I don't know, Alex. With the way Toei just makes it so difficult for them, I hope you're right. But I would be surprised. I think they've just had enough. I really do. Toby says, am I still a good boy, Curtis? Clearly not, Toby. And I was on your corner for being a good boy, and you've disappointed me. Fairy Tail is god awful. The ass pulls and messages are so shit. It's essentially just friendship. Really? Really, Prism? See, I haven't seen enough clips yet to really, that one having started to get a feel for the overall storytelling like I have with One Piece. So I don't know. Tracker said the same thing. Fairy Tail is shit storytelling. See, that would take me back a little bit because you guys know what a geek I am for storytelling. Ivan says, so misleading. Are we talking the conversation we had the other day? Is that what I was going to say? You're losing me. I don't know what you mean. Excuse me, guys. I got itch in my ear. Too much ass pull in Fairy Tail. That's what everybody seems to be saying. Yeah, true, Anadale. It's Toei Animation. What do you expect from them? Yeah, that's true. And that's why I think TFS will be done with DBZA. I think they've just had enough. And again, you can't fault them for that. It's just like us. That's why I can't watch Toei Animation material the way I do this Naruto series, because I can do it within fair use, but what Toei does is they don't care that it's within fair use. What they'll do is they just continually file copyright strikes because they know that it takes 2 weeks for us to respond, get the video cleared, and get put back up, and they figure if they're just annoying enough about it, then they can get around the fact that it's basically they don't like U.S. copyright laws is what it amounts to with Toei. The music during Pain's speech, same as Asuma's death? Is it really? I didn't catch that, Jeremiah. Really? Now you got me curious. You got me curious. I gotta go back and watch that again. I didn't catch that at all. Maz, by the way, what was the deal with the Rojas site? Thank you. And by the way, Maz, thank you very much for pointing that out to me, because it would have been down for a while. It's the first time it's ever happened. I've had GoDaddy for various websites for 10 years now, I think. And somehow the not the URLs. I can't say the terminology I want, but basically the information that points to a specific server just randomly changed itself, because the guy at I had to go in and hand change the pointing directions to all my websites, and he said he has no idea. He said somebody had to change it. It has to be somebody just fucked something up, was in somewhere where they shouldn't be. But as soon as we changed it all around, everything was fine. But I'm so glad you guys brought it to my attention, because it wasn't going to get better. It wasn't just, like simple downtime at the server. There was actually a fuck up of data input. Not a spoiler, but a question. Pain doesn't know how powerful the nine-tailed fox demon really is, so do you think it's too dangerous to make it a weapon? That's interesting too, because Michael, because I've been saying all along, how fascinated I am with learning about the true power of the nine tails. So, yeah, that's a real interesting question. That's true. How does I know? But I think with Pain's ego where it is, I think he thinks he can handle anything. This is my opinion. So I think it may be too much to handle, but I don't think Pain will ever think it's too much to handle. So if he can, he would gleefully go forward with extracting the nine tails and, getting the world peace that he supposedly so desires. But do I think it could be too much for him to handle? Sure. But would he ever admit that or realize that or even consider that? No, I don't think so. Then for openings and endings, FMA Brotherhood, all openings and closings in anime have been wildly good to me. I've said over and over, I'm just so amazed at the quality of the openings in all of anime. Let's see what else we got here. You like the Ninetales? I love the Ninetales Pendragon. I have been fascinated with the Ninetales since I started watching Naruto. I can't wait to see how it plays a role going forward. Yes, I've been very fascinated with that. Oh, and I meant to tell you guys, I want to tell you, I got a bunch of you here. We talked a little bit about Roja earlier on, and most of you know right now the collector's edition Roja prologues are up for sale. A lot of you have already bought them. At any point you can go in now. I'm going to make a standalone video of it, But at our Discord, I'll be going on hopefully later this evening to check for messages. If you have a copy of the original Roja prologue that's for sale, if you want to be part of the Roja 1K at the Discord server, just go into Discord, send me a private message, and what you do is just tell me what number book you got, and then just as a means of verification, just tell me your postal code where I sent it. So if I have the number and postal code and they match up, I know, because that's the Roja section of the server is just for people with the books, because I'm going to be going in there to get advice from you guys, to talk storylines as much as I can without spoiling too much, and basically just let you guys help me with the structuring of the entire series. So any of you that have the books, go into the Discord at any point, just send me a private message, say I got book number 73 and it was sent to this postal code and I know it's you, and then I'll let your Discord identity, I'll give it privileges inside the Roja 1K portion, if I explain that well at all. But just so you guys know, but I'll make a standalone video about it. Favorite jutsu in Naruto? Sexy jutsu. I think everybody's got to be sexy jutsu. Then after that, boy, it gets tough. Almighty Push is pretty fucking cool. I always thought the Rasengan was cool because I just liked the whole evolution of him learning it. I don't know. Almighty Pain. Roja, I'm writing a series of light novels, and that's the name of them. Roja. It's welcome to roja.com, and again, I would post it for you guys, but I got signed into chat again. Are you kidding me? Oh, hold on, guys. I apologize for that. It's welcome what the to fuck? It just sent me to an entirely different page. What the fuck is going on? This is insane today. I went to post something to you guys, and this is what I got. Oh my god, I can't stand it. Hold on, I'll get this straightened out for you. YouTube keeps... This is a new thing now for any of you who are new with us. YouTube likes to sign me out of my account during the live streams. This is one of their new things. Alright, hold on. Let me get the chat back. Top chat to live chat. Let me scroll this over so you guys are in the right place. Unbelievable. There you go. You guys should be... Everything should be back. Yeah, don't you love it? I'm getting signed out of my own account as we stream. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Oh, YouTube has just been worse and worse. It's done it to you. Like, Luminary had the same thing happen to him like 3 times this stream. What the fuck is going on? And again, it's amazing when you think about them, how much they're pushing for us to use YouTube as live streaming source. Let me give you guys, here's the address. Anybody wants to go to the Roja website. The books I'm talking about are the prelude to the actual series. Now, these are the collector's items one because all of them are hand signed and numbered. What's going to happen is after a couple arcs in the story, as a couple of the books come out, then people are going to need some of the political information from the prologue series to continue on, for it to continue making sense. But once these initial 1,000 are sold, those prologues are going to be different ones. Different covers, of course, not signed, all that crap. And they'll just be for sale at Amazon so people can pick them up to know the story. But these are the ones that are the actual originals. If that made any sense, too. What's the main character in Roja? Curtis Samuel? No, Rowan. Actually, once we get into Roja, now the prologue is different, obviously, because the prologue takes place 140 years before Roja picks up. The main characters in Roja, because it almost started as an insider joke here at the live streams, the main characters are Curtis, one based on me, and Brax, based on Spaz Kid. And then I've been naming characters, events, different things in the books after a lot of you guys here that are regulars in the live chats and stuff. What am I, about halfway through Death Note, I think it is, D1. That's another series we're watching on Riff, and then Riff tanked. So now I was kind of left hanging. Death Note was really, really good. By Love says, "Oh, my brother is calling." Hey, Big Green, how long did you thought about Roja before you decided to write it? Actually, Pendragon, yeah, the thought process, getting everything in order in your mind, generally takes a lot longer than actually writing it down. See, Roja is based on another idea I'd had years ago with some modifications since I've become an anime fan to make it more anime-like. So it's hard to say exactly how long. The original idea I had, I couldn't tell you how many years ago. And I had a lot of those story elements fleshed out. And then when I got into anime, it's like, hey, that Roja would make for a really, really cool anime story. So then I started putting that in the works probably a few months ago. I can't, Madman, when we're doing these streams with no videos, I can't put up any videos. He asked, can I make just a quick request, only a couple minutes? Michael Jackson's Children's Hospital. It's a stand-up comedian. It's hilarious. You'll love it. Because I never know who might be willing to file one of those bullshit copyright strikes. I would, Madman. But again, if I take that chance, the reason it's such a big deal during the live streams, yes, if I watch that and somebody files a copyright strike against it, of course it's bogus and I'll get it revoked. However, in the 2 weeks that it takes for them to review my contention that the copyright strike is bogus, for that whole 2 weeks we can't live stream. So I can't take any chances on anybody doing a bogus strike against us on a live stream. Otherwise, I would be glad to. Also, Maya Roja, the Dark Joke Master. There's a lot of stuff coming up yet. The vast majority of you guys who are, or put it this way, the vast majority of names that I use from our gang here have not entered in yet because we're still way, way, way early in the storytelling of Roja. A few of you are already in. High is already in. There's a reference to the Black Temple Guard, which any of you who are regulars here know exactly who that's referenced towards. The character hasn't been written yet, but there is actually a character going to be in there based on Emerald Octopus as well. So there's a lot of it coming. Nacho says, I'm trying to write, and what I want to do, I may be in a bit over my head, LOL. My advice, Nacho, just get in there and do it. Write it. Get in there and write it. And then reread it, make sure it's exactly how you want it, and, go to only people who you really trust for advice. But I wouldn't, don't let it intimidate you. Whatever makes you feel like you're in over your head, don't let it intimidate you. Go for it. Let's see. Roja better be a yaoi. Well, my storytelling, whether it was screenwriting or whatever, has always been very, very plot-centric. But anime opened up a whole new world to me because I just love exploring all the different things, like, say, this post-apocalyptic world where there's all these mutations and everything. It opens up for a lot of really, really fun storytelling. Train kills main Roja characters confirmed. You know what, though? In all seriousness, General Greek, I should, as I'm writing this, at some point, I should definitely see if I can't make a train a factor in at least one of the arcs. Unless the final villain is Train. Yeah, Prism. It wouldn't be that hard to name a villain Train, though. So that would be awesome. But yeah, and again, I don't want to give away spoilers. I would tell you guys where M's character fits in, but it wouldn't be that hard to figure out just by nature of her name. But yeah, it's going to be a cool character. Put Spaz Chair in the story and make him the main hero. Fuck Spaz Chair. Spaz Chair's a douchebag. Is there a villain called Susan? There could be, Chrome. There isn't yet, but at the rate we're going, it's a distinct possibility. Yeah. A reference to Kabuto. I'm sure as I'm writing, because I find that kind of inside joke to be funny anyway, I'm sure there'll be all kinds of little insider things inserted into the writing that you guys will get and probably no one else will. Pain Train, coincidence? I think not. You're probably right, Squeezy. You will know Train. No one knows my train. Oh, thanks, Rohat. That's very kind of you to say. How do you go along writing Rohat's story? Where do you get influence from, and what's the setup to writing the actual story? I'm not sure. Well, what I do, Brother E, is I do what I would call light modeling beforehand. I take the most poignant elements of each. First of all, let me break it down. First of all, I have already written down the basic concept for the story in its entirety, and it would be big. It covers a lot of area, but from beginning, I already written the beginning. I already know the finish. Now within that, it's going to be broken down into individual light novels or arcs, and then what I do is I outline them first. You know, you have the basic elements of the story. I outline it all. And then from there, a lot of what I get is as you get into the flow of writing, as you're writing a scene, as you're writing a character, which is a lot of the fun of writing in general to me, you start getting inspired to do more, add more, take new turns, take new twists. But that's basically my approach to any creative writing. Let's see. Spaz Chair. You deserve it, Spaz Chair. You know it. We're feeling Train right now, Bryant, as you guys can all tell. Fuck you, Train. Definitely Mr. C1. Does Roha have a happy ending? I don't want to give away too much, Maz. Roha has, but I can tell you this much. When it's all said and done, it has a bittersweet ending. It's not tragic. I don't think you call it happy, but it is bittersweet. Mad Mint. Oh boy. What happens when you microwave a baby? I don't know. I close my eyes when I masturbate. Oh. Oh, wow. P.S. I've been writing a fantasy book for a few years. Have you? That's cool. I mean, writing is just such an awesome escape, I think. I just love writing. I love creative writing. Let's see. What do you think of DBZA possibly ending soon? Yeah, actually, we were talking about that earlier. It's sad, but again, I completely understand why, and I would be surprised if TFS attempts to bring it back at any point just because of Toei. I completely understand why they've had enough. Super Ivan says, "Brother, I cannot see D-Way. Me either. I do not know D-Way. Luminary better be running some sort of pimp ring role." Well, that might be in the hentai takeoff of the series. Oh, we've seen some SML, Jeffy Yassine. We've seen a couple of them during the live streams. Most of them are too long for live streams, but we've watched little bits and pieces of them. And yes, that is some funny shit. SML Jeffy is very funny. It's just a rumor, I believe. Really, Luminary? I thought didn't and again, I'm not sure. Didn't TFS make some sort of official statement about that though too? Cesaro says, "Do you know why Team Guy wasn't in the village? Because Neji would 8 trigram 64 palm his ass all over the place. Drunken Rockley would kill Pain in a few seconds, and Guy would be Guy." Yeah, Drunken Rockley. Nobody's ready for that. I mean, you know, Naruto having the Sage Jutsu and everything, that's all fine and good, but we're talking Drunken Rockley. Yeah, nobody's got nothing for that. There's a tweet about it, Chrome. I thought there was something. Again, I didn't know exactly how they communicated it, but I thought there was something that came from an official TFS resource. You should reference to Oda, One Piece, and Togashi. Oh, Hunter x Hunter, you for writing Roha because they're really phenomenal writing a story and setting up characters. Actually, though, Brother E, I don't really like, just because I've been writing for so long, I actually try and stay away from too much referencing of other people's writings because I think it can easily too strongly influence what you're trying to do. And I don't want to write Hunter x Hunter light or Hunter x Hunter in a different dimension. And that's what I worry about. So, if it's, all of our writing is based on things we've experienced, whether it's through real life or what we've seen in fictional works. But I don't actively go out looking for more influences because I don't want them to influence too strongly what I'm doing. I guess the best way to describe it. I actually started reading one of the mangas now. Hai sent me a manga book, and I just haven't had a chance to get back to it, and I've completely forgotten the name. There's a big surprise. That was really good, but I've never had any other experiences with manga other than that. I went right into anime here on the channel, by you guys leading me to it. So I had never had any experience with manga prior. I didn't even know what manga was. So you guys got me going into it. When you're in your bedroom in anime now, use drunk fist moan. You who make a Rohan number 0 for yourself for a story reference. Well, Archie, my story reference, like I say, it's just a big outline of the overall story. And that I wrote down, that's like you say, it's just notes for myself that I refer back to all the time to make sure. And there's always more being added to that outline too, as I think of, different elemental aspects of the story. Police Girl or Tsunade? I love Tsunade, but nobody tops Police Girl for me, Robin. Sarah's Victoria is my number one. Sarah's Victoria. She doesn't realize it, but she's my girlfriend. Don't care if she rips my throat out or whatever, as long as I just get to grab her titties. Don't even care. Naruto versus Goku wins in a fight. Actually, Michael, we were talking about that the other day. I'm not a big fan of crossing storylines as far as potential fights, only because I think where they're based is too wildly different. I mean, Naruto's in a world where the almighty push is like a devastating, just mind-boggling ability, and Goku comes from a world where there are galaxy destroyers. So it's hard for me to really compare the two. Let's see. The one who can destroy a planet. Exactly, Mr. C1. That's exactly my point. That's why I'm not a big fan of pitting from different genre or different stories against one another, because again, the base of the story, the base element of powers is so different. Screesy, how do you think your old friends would react if you would tell them that you're an anime nerd now? No, I've always had eclectic taste. I don't think anybody would be too surprised. But my biggest thing is I've never cared what anybody thinks about what I like anyway. Because if you start worrying about what other people are going to say, you are going to experience a lot less in life. And then you're going to deprive yourself of things like discovering that anime is really, really cool. So I never really worry about it too much. Fat material from Overlord Abridged or Police Girl? Police Girl is the ultimate fat material for me, hands down. Well, hands, would it be down or up? Down and up, I guess. Do I have a time frame when the first Roha will be released, as well as upcoming novels too? Not yet. I'm well into the first light novel. I would hope that one's going to be out. And again, this is just a hope. So we're finishing up February. I would hope it's out by middle of April, but we'll see how it all works out. And it could be sooner. Sometimes you get writing and everything just starts going bam, 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 bam. It just all falls into place. Could take me longer. Maybe things aren't going to go as smooth as I think, but I would certainly hope it's out by then. Let's see. Planet Destroyers and Naruto, you guys. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why it's hard to... graphic novels. Oh, I have no art ability, Mr. C1. I am the most abysmal artist you will ever encounter. I have absolute zero drawing ability. So that's why what I write has to be a light novel rather than a manga or anything like that, because I can't draw. The artwork that you see in Roha Prologue and the artwork that you'll see in the actual books, the light novels, are stuff I have contracted out. I have somebody who draws them for me. I pay to have those done. Because, yeah, art is an explosion. My art wouldn't be an explosion, though, Cesaro. My art wouldn't even be a snapping of the fingers. Let's see. See, I can't draw worth a shit either. Yeah, Mega Bird. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad when I tell you, and I am being literal, that I cannot draw a straight line. If you give me a piece of paper and say draw this line straight across, it's going to look like shit. It's going to have dips and valleys and angles, and I just, for whatever reason, my brain just is wired that way. And that's not even from brain damage from chair shots. That's been my whole life. Let's see. Dad offered me a can of Coke to drink. I said no. I feel weird. I like soda too much, unfortunately. Let's see. Mark's got a gripe of some sort. You're so fake. You're selling all those manga and don't even give a fuck to read it. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm selling a manga? I'm not selling a manga. I just said it's a light novel because I wouldn't be able to write a novel or a manga because I don't have the art ability. So exactly what do you... Well, I don't even know why I entertain it, but I have no idea what you're talking about, Mark. None. Let's see. But hope I'm not late. Well, it's no worries, budget. I mean, we know with YouTube that its notifications are something that they're just like, maybe yes, maybe no. So did Mark have a stroke? I'm not sure, Prism. I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. So I have no idea what he's going on about. Mark, go home, you're drunk. Saddest Naruto backstory at the moment? Oh. I don't know. You know, saddest is so subjective. But for some reason, I'll tell you though, Gaara's always really, really hit me. Why more so than others, I don't know. But the most tragic is Itachi's. So I don't know. Does that make it automatically the saddest as well? I think Itachi's is clearly the most tragic. But again, Gaara's always just made me sad. I mean, it was rough. It was really rough. Itachi, like I say, Lud, for me, again, that's why when you hear Pain saying, you know, no one knows my pain, it's like, well, Itachi would probably have something to say that. Mark, what are you going on about? You're so fake, you're selling all those manga from unboxing and don't even give a fuck to... What are you talking about? Seriously, are you seriously drunk? I hope you're drunk or high or something, aren't really just that stupid. But sold what? What are you babbling about? Guys, am I missing something here with Mark? Is it me or is it him? Because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Roha, Kimani, it takes place. It's post-apocalyptic. And after the apocalyptic wars, the use of chemical and nuclear weapons has restructured the entire planet. And more so, it restructured a lot of people's DNA. So the people that were mutated, as new governments started being built and stuff, the people that were mutated started disappearing because now you had governments in place that were concerned that their abilities were going to disrupt their governments or disrupt their abilities to basically run things once again. And so they found, these people with the abilities found solace in their own place. It's a great big island that they named Roha, which is the Finnish word for peace. And I can't tell you why, because it's a spoiler, why it ends up being the Finnish word for peace. But yeah, that's the basic premise of it. Let's see. Itachi Uchiha, are you evolving into a good boy? He's saying that you're selling the mangas you're giving from the unboxing videos. Could be, Chrome. Who knows what he's babbling on about? I could go back. I've got them all in a box right in the back until I get this room set up to where I can put them all on bookshelves. I could go get them, but I'm really not going to humor somebody like that. That's ridiculous to play into their hand. You guys, again, once I get the room set up, you guys will see them soon enough because I'll have them. And plus, you guys sent me a lot of DVDs. I have DVD series from Ruby and a bunch of others that you sent me. So I want to take all of that out back there, put a lot of the stuff you guys have sent on the walls, and have shelves for the books and DVDs that you guys have sent. Where am I in the story of Naruto right now? Episode 165 I watched today. Right with the whole, that's what we were talking about in the stream, the big speech from Pain to Naruto. And as soon as I can do it, Chrome, it's just a matter of time. And I got it. Most of it's just having the time to do the work. I still have to buy a shelf though, because that TV stand thing that's back there is the shits. I gotta rip that down, throw that away, and then I want to put shelves where they are. And again, all those back walls. I haven't decided yet. I might take down the masks and puppets, just because, I mean, I used them on the channel for ages while we were doing the Omegle videos, but we haven't done Omegle videos in ages, so I'd rather have that wall space for stuff that's more relevant to what we're doing on the channel now. And the guys you send in the stuff you guys send in the unboxings is way more relevant to the channel now than that stuff is. So that's the plan. Oh, Sahar, I've said all along, he says, I near cried when Kakashi died. What about you? That was brutal. Kakashi's death, because again, you could feel something bad coming for Pervy Sage. Kakashi's death just blindsided me. Did not see that at all. Let's see. Garrett Ramos says, in the comic, I'm making one of the best mages isn't powerful, and she actually has less magic than her enemies. However, because of her skill, she usually comes out on top. That's cool. Yeah, because the last thing you want to do is, again, have a top character be just OP and rolling over things. So, yeah, that's cool. Mark. Okay. Oh, no, hey, wait. This one's really good. Mark, for any of you who don't know, Mark is either in desperate need of attention today, or he's high, or he's drunk, or he's retarded. Something. Death Note is a signal to me that you are fake. You are not supposed to stop series like that if you really like it. So what you're saying is, so Mark is saying now that I caused the downfall of Riff, because we stopped watching Death Note, of course, because if you aren't a fucking idiot, Mark, you're aware that we stopped watching Death Note on the channel because we watched it through Riff, and Riff no longer exists. But don't by all means don't let facts get in the way of a good theory. No, actually, Nissan, it's easy to ban. Well, no, we can't ban. What is it, Galahad or Big Green? What is it we can do now? I forgot what our options are. They don't call it banning anymore, because banning is apparently politically incorrect. They call it something else. But actually, when people are ranting about bizarre shit, I like to let them keep doing it, because it's funny. that's all. Hide them. We hide them. That's right. We hide them, Big Green. I forgot about that. Yeah, I was exposed again. Isn't it bizarre? I mean, we've seen that happen in the channel before. People are just desperate to make something up. And why? I mean, I'm all for calling somebody out if they've done something wrong, or if they've misrepresented themselves in any way. I'm all for that. But people want to do it so desperately, they'll just come up with wild, weird shit like this. Just like Mark today. What would make someone think that I sold stuff that was sent to us? I mean, that's just absolutely ludicrous. But why would you even come up with something like that? I mean, unless you just are really either A, just really stupid, or just really, really wanting some attention. Let's see. Yes, baby, I make thousands of accounts. You can't stop you from doing what, dipshit? What the fuck? You can't stop me. You know why? Because I can type in caps. Oh, Mark. I know, it's a rough life, honey. Just a heads up, if Roha becomes a New York Times bestseller, you might want to look up the pronunciation before fintards like me call you up on it. Actually, Maz, and not trust me, I am well aware that the information you get off the internet a lot is incorrect. But when I wanted to name it Roha, because I had found out that was the Finnish word for peace, I looked up on the internet for pronunciations, and I got several different ones, because obviously you can have the pronunciations verbalized at a lot of different websites. So I got a lot of different pronunciations, and that Roha was the one I heard most often. So that's how I started pronouncing it that way, Maz. Again, I don't know what which of the others was actually correct. But yes, there were definitely differences in the different pronunciations that I found. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. Mark is a dickhead troll. Yeah, he's just, like I say, he's out there. No, I don't. That's why I don't ban them, Rowan. It's funny. It's funny watching people who are that desperate for attention. Have you ever considered doing a manga read through stream? No, I'd never really thought about it, Brother E. I don't know. I don't know how much interest there would be in something like that. Just because, whereas, I don't know, when you're doing reaction videos, I get the whole, it's fun, especially the way we do it, where you guys have already all seen the material. It's fun to watch somebody else experiencing it for the first time. Do you think that would be as true with the written word? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what kind of interest there would actually be in that. Excuse me, guys. Curtis versus Mark, WrestleMania 34. Book it, Vince. Damn it. That's what I need to do. Yeah, I need to make my comeback there. That would be awesome. I'm assuming though that Mark is like 12. I'm hoping that Mark is like 12. It's always so sad when you see people that are actually at adulthood or near adulthood, and they're so desperately stunted back into that level that it's almost kind of sad. I will uncover all the secrets. I am unstoppable. Mark, you do that, Mark. You keep uncovering those secrets. You do that. Whoa. Does anybody have an in to the FBI because they blew that whole thing in Florida so much? I think somebody really should start looking into Mark before they have to take a lot of heat for missing the signals again. P2, I thought Mark might be drunk. I'm beginning to think Mark's just stupid. Mark is the train's true form. Translation of Mark, I will continue to punch my own balls. And he's probably really enjoying it, Chrome. I am afraid of Mark, Hardcore Belgium says. Mark's becoming one of my favorites too, pal. The Destroyer, fist me, daddy. I had to read through all the smileys to get to it. And Mark F is here going, come on, you guys. Leave me the fuck out of this. Yeah, I think so, Curtis, because I've seen other YouTubers do live manga reactions. It's fun to read along and talk about the chapters we read through it. That's just me. Yeah, like I say, I don't know. It might be something we could do. You're asking if I ever thought about it, and no, I'd never considered it. What happened to the reaction today? Frame lags? What did you see in the reaction today, Kenji? I'm not sure what you're saying. You had frame lags on my video or on the video that we're reacting to? Because there shouldn't have been any on mine. I see them all the time in the videos we're reacting to. Nothing I can do about them. That's just, it is what it is. That's how the video was presented to me. But if there was actual frame lags on my video, then that would be an issue. I didn't see any. Let's see. Mark is a fusion between Kabuto and the Train. Mark is going to be a great villain in Roha. No, Prism. My villains are a lot deeper and stronger than that. Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Jiraiya all teamed up and fought the sixth Paz of Pain. Could they have beat him? I think they could, but what are your thoughts? I don't know, because I don't know enough about all that yet, Michael. I don't have the full knowledge yet, so I have no idea. No idea. Excuse me. Let's see. Nissan, he means the live stream reaction. I'm lost though, pal. I don't know what that was in reference to. I get a lot of different conversations going on at the same time, and it's easy to get me lost. Maya says, not to beat a dead horse, but Forvo.com has an accurate pronunciation of Roha. That one's accurate? Let's see. Because like I say, there's a lot of sites that have pronunciations, and Roha was how I had heard it pronounced most often. Hold on, we'll look at that real quick. Search for a word. Roha. Go ahead. Come on, you can do it.
Rauha.
Rauha?
Rauha.
Now see, I did hear this one before too, but I heard Ro more often than Rao.
Rauha.
Rauha. Yep, see, I did hear that one, but I heard more.
Rauha. Rauha.
Rauha. All right, now the problem would be if Rauha is the actual pronunciation, now I'm going to have to somehow get my damaged brain to unlearn something and go back. But I'll try, Maz. So it's Rauha. Rauha. I wonder how, let's see, how can I make myself a note of that? Let me see if I can make myself remember it, the pronunciation. So it's Rauha. Yeah, it's funny how these, well, of course, it's the internet. You have these sites that claim to be experts on certain things, in this case, pronunciation, and then you go to different ones and they all have different pronunciations of it. Rauha. That's what that guy was saying. Hold on. Oh shit, I closed it. Hold on. Let me shit, I got rid of the I didn't mean to close it down already, and I did. Alright. Just make sure I didn't miss any super chats or anything. You shouldn't have stopped the Death Note. Don't blame me. You released the Mark, shut up. Dude, trust me, you are not a monster. You're a pussy. How much of an ego is that? You've released the monster. You know what the monster is? I have a caps lock, and I'm not afraid to use it. Finnish language in general is about rolling them R's and putting emphasis on the first letter or part of the word. Oh, really? That's good to know. So it's roha or rauha, right? Close. My pronunciation is probably never going to be that perfect, but in other words, it's not roha, it's rauha. Is that in a nutshell? Is that it at least? So at least I'm closer. Put it that way. Let's see. I know, eternal brightness. Again, I do sincerely, when you see somebody like this, I do hope that they are like 11 or 12, because to have an adult that's that stunted, that's frightening. Mark Senpai has guided me to the light. Is your, well, no, actually though, Matt, I like to pronounce it right, because if I had made up the word, it'd be different, but the book is actually based on that Finnish word. It's supposed to be Rauha, I assume it's pronounced. So that's why I like to get it right, because it's, again, I don't want to tell you guys why, because it's part of the plot line, but it is kind of important that it be the Finnish word. I missed the super chat, did I? Okay, hold on, let me see. Somebody said I missed the super chat up here. Finish it. Oh yes, I did. Jeremiah's right here. Kakashi's death scene was well done. Music. Oh, Kakashi's death scene was really well done. Thank you for notifying me of that, you guys, that I missed one. Kakashi's death scene was wildly well done. That's why I think it hurt as much as it did. And again, I said it yesterday. It wasn't as pivotal a scene, obviously, but another thing that got me right in the feels is when Naruto learned of Kakashi's death, because he was standing there faced off against Pain, and he tells Lady Tsunade how, now I can sense chakra, so is Kakashi out on a mission or something? And she didn't answer, and he just goes, I see. That was like, damn, that was brutal. Do I hate Pain or the train more? Definitely Train more than Pain. Definitely Train. When it comes to Kabuto, then it gets close. Because, again, I can't even honestly say I hate Pain. Like this whole conversation today, I don't find Pain to be as exceptional as Pain does, I guess is the best way to put it. I find him to just be a megalomaniac. Doesn't make me hate the character. He's a great villain, and I think his abilities are wildly fascinating. I think his appearance is among the best of the villains, and his voice is clearly the best of the villains so far. So there's a lot of things I do like about Pain, the character. I just don't find his rationale for becoming a god to be typically motivating. But again, that's all part of good storytelling, though. That's what makes it fun to discuss it. But no, I don't hate Pain at all. He's not even close to one of the ones I hated. Next direction, when Kakashi died, the small TV had lag. Oh, it did? I didn't even catch that when it went up there. Oh, oh shit, that's too bad. There's nothing I can do about those, because anything you saw on the small TV is exactly what I saw as I was watching it. So if there's a lag, or if I've seen is some frame blending badly and stuff. There's not anything I can do about that. Frank Q says, I beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard my left leg is gone numb. I don't have I'd like to sympathize with you, but at my age I don't have the ambition to do it that hard anymore. Train's backstory is sad, don't judge it yet. Train's backstory I don't think can be sad enough to excuse all that it's done wrong. I forgot to know more pain going down. You getting more upset? I'm not sure what you're saying. Oh, you gotta go, Blue Angel? Okay, yeah, I've only got a few more minutes left myself. I got a lot of shit I gotta do this afternoon, but I still want to hang out for another few minutes or as long as I can. Oh, Mark, are you really still on that, sweetie? So when we do the room and the sword is up on the wall, what exactly is going to be your next step in the process? I'm just curious. So, where did Spaz Kid? Oh no, Spaz Kid was showing this. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, worked out perfect. He did bring it back. Now wait a second. Here, guys, let's highlight this. Mark. Now, mind you, Mark will tell you he's very intelligent. He's gotten to the bottom of this. He knows what's been going on here, and he's exposing it. You probably sold that sword and all that other shit. Now, Spaz Kid had just been showing it to friends, so I wasn't sure, because Spaz Kid's not good for putting things back, because the sword is really cool, and I really enjoy having it close. So I tell him, when you're done showing it to somebody or anything, make sure you put it right back here. So, Hey, Mark. How does this sword feel stuffed up your ass? Oh wait, I shouldn't ask that. He probably likes that part. But you're right. It's sold. It's not sitting here right next to my desk waiting for us to reconstruct the room so we can put it on the wall. You called it, pal. There we go. Now, Mark, have we adequately covered everything for you so you can go fuck off, or do you have some more? Do you have some more insider info? I bought it back. That's Ma says, yeah, I did sell it. I just bought it back right now. Well, what makes me like Police Girl, Joel? Those titties. No, it was initially the titties. Believe it or not, a lot with Police Girl is that voice. I freaking love her voice. I love No Whackings, and I love her voice in the original as well. Love her voice. Oh my god. And it's just, I like, as you guys have seen with me watching anime, I love girls that kick ass. And there's nobody kicks ass any better than Sarah's Victoria. So yeah, I just was in love with her from the start. And the first voicing I heard of that character was No Whackings, and there's something about the way she does that voice I absolutely love. Kakashi's Destiny was better than sub. I can believe that. I think, the most interesting thing, I haven't watched the sub obviously, but the most interesting thing that's been brought up to me as far as dub versus sub is a lot of people say I probably wouldn't have hated Kabuto as much in the sub because again, I haven't experienced it, but what they told me was he's not nearly as smarmy, his voice acting in the sub as he is in the dub. So that would be really interesting to me because that's 100% right. I hate Kabuto because of the smarm. It's not because of his actions. Like I say, a lot of people didn't. Shit, Orochimaru was a lot worse as far as his actions than Kabuto. I hate his smarm, but a lot of people have been telling me that in the sub, he's not nearly as bad. You clearly photoshopped that sword live into your hands, Curtis. Big Green, goddammit. Don't. Come on. Mark might not. Well, no, I was going to say Mark might not have caught that, but I'm sure he did because Mark is pretty smart, so he probably already knew that anyway. Let's see. You hate Kabuto now, no matter the language. Do you sleepless hours? It'd be interesting to see. That one would be fascinating to me because a lot of people have said, though, his smarm isn't as thick in Japanese as it is in English. That sword was just a cutout. Curtis better get better special effects. That was clearly a hologram. Yeah, that sword. Well, all the stuff. I know right where everything you guys have sent me. I know where absolutely everything of it is. And the only things that aren't here, I've had a couple of items that came in, and I asked the sender if they minded if I gave them to somebody who they would mean a lot to. For instance, one of the examples is Cheyenne sent us those Georgetown shirts. And I asked her if she minded if I gave my wife one of them, because my wife likes oversized shirts anyway. And she said, yeah, no problem. And then there were a couple of other things sent that I have. My wife has a friend whose son has autism, and he's an anime fanatic. And there were a couple of just smaller things sent that it's like this kid would lose his mind over. And so I asked the sender if they minded. They said absolutely. You know, if you want to pass that along to somebody. But other than that, I've got every single piece that you guys have sent. That just not real one. I know you spent all of my sell manga. Okay, sweetie. Now, for a while it was fun, but now you're just. You're just fucking retarded, Mark. I mean, seriously. Now it's just, this is what all people like that are, it's just begging for attention now. Please, everybody, look at me. I'll type in caps. I'll say crazy things and people will pay attention. Yeah, it's just ridiculous now. At least if you want to come in with something and you want to be contentious, at least, have something with any type of logic or sense. I'll take some money. Just give me your bank details. Curtis Licksrock says, free Mark. Yassine. Yassine's already got the hashtag free Mark going. I'll send you some Justin Bieber pubes. Sell them on eBay for monies. You know what? I'll bet you could make somebody, Galahad. There's somebody out there that you could convince those were Justin Bieber pubes. And what's even more frightening is there's somebody out there who would want to buy them. My sword skills, they're non-existent, Joel. It's bad. I messed around with a couple times in a couple of the gyms I worked out at. They had like little mini dojo areas almost. So the I guess it's their training or practice swords. We'd mess around with them here and there, and yeah, it was bad. It wasn't good. I'm sure. Oh, Mark will be back with another account. It's going to be very difficult to figure out who he is though, because he is pretty smart. He's probably going to be able to cover up his trail to the point where we wouldn't be able to determine who he is. Matto says, love your reactions to chats. Much love, brother. Well, thank you. That's very kind. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, Matto. Am I saying that one right at least, Matto? I appreciate that. That's very kind of you to say. You guys make... I have so much fun doing this, and then you guys make me feel so good with the things you say like that and everything. It's just... this is like the nirvana I've always been looking for since I started doing YouTube, is we finally got this whole cool community element. And Mark. Oh, damn it, we were just before discovering Mark's sad backstory. Pendragon, that's actually a good call. God damn it. I did say it right, Matto? Thank you. Because my pronunciations are so shit. And you guys wonder why I love doing these. And Maz says, plot twist, we are all Mark, and Mark is Legion. Brother oh, come on, you guys are getting me. Initiate Mark. Caps lock intensifies. Curtis is fucking fake. He sells everything off eBay and doesn't watch Death Note anymore. Now I'm going to have to jerk off in my lonely corner until I have a comeback. Well, you know what's funny too? The best part is Mark went right for the one item that I have right here next to me. I have a couple of them. But most of the items I have either in a couple of those drawers there, or I've got a whole series of... I've got a tote and a box that is holding most of the other items right in my back room, waiting until we get the room set up. So he couldn't have made a better call. The one that's right here at hand is the one he called on. M says, your condescending skills make me happy. I will say this, M, if as bad an artist as I am, I've always considered my condescension skills to be at least, passable. For sure. Well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate them. I've worked on them for a long time. It's Club, not C1. Oh, okay. Oh, duh. I should have looked at Mr. Club the rest of your... if I'd have looked at the UB, I probably would have put it together. Mark might be onto something here. I might not be that bright. But thank you, Club. Hey, Curtis, look, I'm yelling. Attention, everyone. Expect a Mark sign coming in the near future. That's another thing. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, Brother E. If any of you want, and this is entirely up to you, I just thought I'd offer it out to you. Now that we do these anime chats regularly, I've got my please no reaction video requests for just hang out and chatting. Any of you guys, I know you guys seem to enjoy making those signs. If you guys want to make any of them with that sentiment too, you're more than welcome. I'll use them because I know everybody had fun doing them. So, just make sure, it gets that point across that please don't ask for a reaction vid because this is just a chat stream. But if you want to make any of those, by all means, same way, just hit me up with them on Twitter and I'll keep a whole file of them. That's why everything that you guys send me of those on Twitter, I keep on file and then just rotate them through. So any of you want to do it, feel free. Attention duelist, my hair is assaulting Mark. Good to see you, Adam Sama. Mark is a new meme. He is. Mark has become, I was just going to, Hardcore for Belgium said exactly what I was just going to say. Mark has actually become a celebrity here. So hopefully, did I get rid of him too early? I mean, it got so ridiculous. At least he was trying to, as stupid as it was, he was trying to make a point that, I'm selling the things you guys send to me. And then when that was debunked, I thought he would have a more well, I don't know why I would give him that much credit, a more creative path to choose than, yeah, you made that up. I mean, that was just like, come on. Let's see. Hey guys, I'm Mark, or am I? Looks Fox says, Mark is the best Spaz Boys character. If you don't think so, you're wrong. Even better, come on, even better than Spaz Chair. Spaz Kid Out is a cutout as well. It's all fake. That sword was a shadow clone. Boy, I wish I had those kind of jutsu powers. That sword is badass, though. I wish you guys could feel the weight of that thing. Yeah, but that's why I don't even... my sword skills are so horrible. I don't even play around with, I don't even want to try and demonstrate them to you because there's little doubt in my mind I would cut off my nuts or my ear or something. I came in all of Mark's holes, Nacho says. Oh, God. None can beat Spaz Chair. I know, Lixbox. Fuck Spaz Chair. Spaz Chair takes all the prime real estate away. Whenever I'm gone, it's like, Spaz Chair. Fuck you, Spaz Chair. I'm a whiny little bitch. And I'm petty. I don't want anybody getting the attention besides me. Fuck Spaz Chair. Unsub for banning Mark. Completely understand, Matt. Completely understand. Can't blame you. There you go, guys. Roberto. Mark didn't know how to dodge. Yeah, Mark definitely needed some work with Big Green. Oh, God, you guys are funny. Curtis, AK One Man Army or Lady Killer. Oh, I don't know about it. Unfortunately for me, Lady Killer would just be, if I became a mass murderer or something, because I'm certainly not going to kill anybody with my looks or my game. Mark died for our sins. Oh, you guys are good. Galahad says, also, look at me, I'm yelling. This is why Spaz is on his PC the whole time he is, Mark. It's a good thing that little shit, let's see, where is he right now? They're having a family party for my grandson's birthday. You guys know I told you they went up to the water park. They're having some family together, so he's over there. He does have his phone on him, though. Will we ever see Spaz Kid and Mark in the same place? I don't know. Mark is a Zodiac killer. I love your beard. Oh, thanks, P2. I loved it a lot better when it had a little bit of color in it other than gray. I've gotten such an old fuck so fast. Marky Mark, Jesus. Garrett. Your bald head is fake. You actually have long, flowing blonde hair. Bitch, I'm excited to see all the gang in Roja. Hope I survive that apocalypse. It's like I say, I'm having so much fun with that storytelling in Roja. I can't wait to get the next books done and stuff. And as I told a lot of the gang here, if you don't see, obviously, I can't reference everybody. There's too many of us. But as the books come out, if you don't see your name referenced, don't lose hope, because I do have the entire series planned out. And in every arc, there is quite a number of new characters that enter in every arc. So A lot of characters to come. Would you do a live Naruto reaction? No, David, we can't do those because that's why I have to cut them up the way I do to keep them within fair use. And a live one would clearly not be within fair use. And those will not, if I get a copyright strike at all on a stream, that's going to shut us down on being able to stream for at least 2 weeks. I just realized the irony of a guy called Mark bitching at a former heel wrestler. Really, good point, Maz. For those of you who don't know the lingo he's talking about, in pro wrestling terms, a mark is somebody who is like a wrestling fanboy. And as that's morphed now with social media being such a big thing, to where the marks have become also known as smarks or smart marks, because these marks think they know everything about the business, and typically they know absolutely fucking nothing. So yes, you're right. That irony runs extremely deep. I hadn't thought of that. Justin says, sexy jutsu plus police girl equals death by happy fun time. By fappy fun time. Indeed, Justin. Absolutely. Hey, we all got to go out some way. If police girl can be involved in my demise at all, I'm all for it. Warning about my name today, and it's not flattering. That's right, poor Mark F is in here, just trying to live his life, and there's just sling after sling, stone after stone being thrown at the Mark name. Hey, Sloth Gaming, Fappy fun time. We got to remember that one, Big Green. I missed a super chat. Thank you, Nissan. Let's see. Oh, geez, Sloth. It was from Sloth. Oh, Sloth, you just missed it, pal. We had some dude named my memory, I already forgot. Some dude named Mark in here, typing all in caps. His perspective was that, for some reason, we don't know why, all the things that you guys send to me in unboxings, I've taken and sold them all. At first, what was it at first, guys? It was the mangas I was selling, and I'm selling this, and then it was that sword you got. I know that you sold it just for the money, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, the sword is right here. So I took the sword out and, basically showed it to Mark so he could shove it up his ass if he wanted. And then he went silent for a while, and then he came back with saying, yeah, well, that sword is fake or something. And then it got to be so ridiculous we banned him. But he was entertaining the shit out of us for a while. The only thing we know about him for sure is he really, really needs attention. I'm genuinely hoping he's 12 and that really adults there's no adults that are that regressive. But yeah, that's who Mark was. Curtis, favorite girl, police. Oh no, police girl is my number one, Neji. I love Tsunade. There's a lot of characters. I love Nami and Robin from One Piece as well. But as of right now, yeah, Police Girl is my number one.
Braxton, we've had a problem.
Listen, what the hell? What happened? Oh, you know what? I said Tsunade and she thought it was Siri. I'm like, what the fuck? And now she thinks it was Braxton talking instead of me. What the Mark has invaded my phone. Mark is a fucking evil genius. Holy shit, you guys. Who is Police Girl? Gilbert, she's a character, Saris Victoria, from the Helsing series. Look her up if you get a chance. You can just see a picture of her. Just put in, probably better than Police Girls, put in Saris Victoria into a Google image search. You'll see. Marcus Spaz Boys Hitler. Well, you know what the funny thing is? I was going to end the stream like 15 minutes ago, but I was hoping Mark was coming back with his new identity. He has thousands, he said, but apparently that's not going to happen, so fuck. Mark. That was creepy, though. I don't know, the fucking Siri just all of a sudden started talking to me randomly. I've said Tsunade a million times here, and all of a sudden she took that to be calling out to her. Oh, today's stream was a blast, Pentragon. This was... I look like Nappa. Yeah, well, only if Nappa really let himself go. I've got to get into the gym for at least a year to look like Nappa, but from here up anyway, a little bit. Mark hides in the shadows. Oh, hi, Mark. That's right, Robin. Well, that's what we'll have to say. Robin's got it right. When if he does show up with his new identities, once he gets back here, that's what we. Oh, hi, Mark. Garrett says, "It is I, Mark. I took this dumbass channel, you balding fake ass bastard." That's incorrect, Garrett. Not balding. Bald. No. Let's fap. It was a dry stream. You guys are funny. Mark my words. Mark will be back. Oh God, this great. Mark was just this clown that was in here for a while today. He was making us laugh. He was just really. Yeah. M makes a good point too. He said he has 1,000 accounts. He totally lied because he haven't shown. Mark is an SJW. Oh, that would be all the more reason to hate him. Oh, I'm sure Pain isn't done yet, Roberto. No dart. No dart. I am dots. No doubt about that. Mark was a brony. Oh man. Mark made everything better. You don't punch Curtis. Curtis punches you. Oh, you guys make me laugh. Well, who knows? Maybe now we'll be streaming tomorrow. Maybe Mark will find his way back here. There's no who knows what I might be in Dubai tomorrow. I'm sure, Mark, whatever I'm doing, I'm not going to get it over on you guys because Mark will out me. I'm almost anxious to see what I'm doing. Guys, my voice is almost gone anyway, too. I've got a bunch of stuff I got to do this afternoon. Now I got to go back in the basement and make sure that stupid, because you guys were with us throughout the stream, saw I had a little emergency in my basement with the sump pump. Make sure that freaking thing's running all right now and everything. Got some just shit to do around the house, but thank you guys for hanging out. This stream was an absolute blast. I mean, aside from Mark making it a lot of fun, the conversation, I'm so glad we had this. The whole conversation about Pain, that was fun. I mean, I really enjoyed this. These anime chats have become a real favorite of mine. This has been a good time. Mark sounds like he fans a lot. Oh, Sloth Gaming, I so wish you could have been here for it. It was real. I mean, the gang here will tell you, it was hilarious. He was just grabbing like conspiracy theories left and right about Meto. Here's a parting gift. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you guys. I appreciate that. I mean, the super chats, just being here with me, all the support you guys give to the channel. I appreciate it so much. You guys are the absolute best. Yeah, I'm getting to the end of the stream. I cannot. Absolute best. You might be the best too, because I don't know, because I have no idea what the fuck bast is. So, but it was a word I just used. Oh, real hard, P2, without a doubt. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Be back tomorrow again. As long as nothing major happens, should be back tomorrow at the regular time. We'll probably we did this today, so we'll probably do a video, reaction video stream tomorrow. But we'll be back. Monica took over Siri. Run! Jeez. That's all we need is Monica. That game was fun. Holy shit, I was so glad you guys recommended that game to me. That was a blast. But thank you guys so much. This is a good time. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, Mark will be back. But even if he isn't, until then, Pamfu. We'll bang. And we'll bang hard. And we'll bang flashily. Okay, Mark?